You're on Rocket time when you play for Tim Beckman in Toledo. And tonight his Rockets strive for revenge. The students are ready, as is the town, under the national spotlight. The Huskies grounded the Rockets last season, and the winner of this MAC matchup has control of the West, NIU and Toledo, right now. Welcome to College Football Primetime presented by Russell Athletic. Tonight it's a MAC West matchup in the Glass Bowl, Northern Illinois versus Toledo. And in the MAC West, this is a major game. Both these teams control their own destiny. Toledo runs out, they win the West and go to the championship game. Same thing can be said for their opponents, the Huskies, who manhandled Toledo a year ago. And here they come, the Rockets. And we welcome you inside the Glass Bowl, everybody, on ESPN2 and also on ESPN 3D. With Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown, I'm Dave Lamont. Now let me see who this guy reminds me of. Returns kicks, returns punts, elusive receiver, catches everything. Not Tim Brown, Eric Page for Toledo.
I tell you what a football player this kid is, Eric Page. Not only does he lead this team in receptions, but he can do it all. You will see him catch balls across the middle, take the big hit right there, but you will also see him lined up in the backfield, catching balls, throwing balls to receivers, and when he gets the ball in his hands, this guy can make it happen. If you're returning kicks and you're returning punts, you are a playmaker when you get the ball in your hands, that's for sure.
And Eric Page, one of the most versatile and spectacular players in the country, but oddly enough, wearing the same number for Northern Illinois as the Huskies emerge from the visitors' locker room here at the Glass Bowl, is the quarterback and the unquestioned leader for NIU, Chandler Harnish, a unique talent, one of only 10 players in the history, quarterbacks in the history of the game, to have an over 200-yard passing and receiving day. We're talking about guys like Vince Young, Bernard Robinson, who's done it twice. This is the caliber of Chandler Harnish.
Well, I tell you what, this kid can really do it all. He's another Mr. Everything for this Northern Illinois team. Been a couple of great articles written about him today, but the great thing about him, you expect him to lead the team in passing, but he also leads the team in rushing. Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, says they want the ball in his hands. Whatever they try and take away, we're going to do the opposite. So look for this guy to make plays because he can do everything that they ask him to do.
All roads in the MAC lead to Detroit in the MAC championship game, and this game tonight is going to have so much to say about who represents the West. While the East is still wide open, the West, 3 teams in competition for that top spot. You are about to see 2 of them right now. The Huskies, big win last year over Toledo. 65 points they rang up on the Rockets. Toledo knows about it. They've talked about it all week long. You'll see the rematch next.
Information you need, freedom to get going, at a value that's simply refreshing. Courtyard, it's a new stay.
ESPN's College Football Primetime, brought to you by Sport Clips. It's not just a haircut, it's pure awesome. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy. Walmart, save money, live better. Walmart. And Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
Apparently Halloween hasn't ended in Toledo. At least in the opinion of some of these folks, and they are ready to go. This town is excited about this matchup, and the MAC, it's some wonderful exposure and a big month in the conference when you have wide open division races. Tim Beckman in his 3rd season with Toledo, 18-15, and he is signed through 2015 here, and he has really got his players, we talked to some of them yesterday, to buy into everything he was selling, and he got a very simple message for keys to the game. He outlines 4 or 5, 6 keys, specific things every week. This week, win it. Win, 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 win. Kept it simple. Meantime, Northern Illinois has a first-year head coach, Dave Doran. Wisconsin fans remember him as a defensive coordinator for Brett Bielema last season. And that's his record as his first year as a head coach. And to talk to him, we said, well, what's it like being in charge? He goes, man, you have so many things you have to do.
That's right. You have to be over the whole deal now. You just can't worry about one side of the ball.
And that side of the ball in the offense taken care of by Chandler Harnish, and he and the Huskies will get it first. Tommy Lee Lewis and Tommy Davis, who has housed 2 kick returns. He's number 20, back deep for Northern Illinois. The weather here, crisp, clear, and cool. Probably around 50 at kickoff. Get that into the 40s tonight, but no precipitation and no breeze either. This will be Lewis. Got a big opening in the middle of the field. And Lewis could be gone. He's got great blocking. One man maybe with an angle. Cuts back and Lewis will go 100 yards.
Well, when you come on the road, the one thing you want to do is take the crowd out the game, switch the momentum right away. And Northern Illinois behind Lewis has gotten that done in about 14 seconds.
It didn't take that long. You could see from where we're sitting, Tim, that there was an enormous hole on the left of the return.
Well, you know, and I was really getting ready to criticize him because he caught the ball going backwards, and I was thinking there was no way he was going to be able to get to the hole, but what a great job by Lewis.
And great downfield blocking. He had an escort all the way the last 40 yards and made the one cutback he had to do to beat his man. So a stunner here in Toledo, all that momentum, and you give it away. The only good news is Toledo gets the ball back very quickly, with the ball for the first time very quickly. And Tim, take us through, how did Lewis and his mates do this?
Well, I tell you what, the one thing you want to do with these kick returns, you want to get to the wall wherever it's set as quick as possible. And boy, you saw 5 or 6 Toledo players right there. They just couldn't get to him. Great blocking down the field. Good job getting the ball into the end zone.
That's amazing. Rarely do you see blockers go that far with a returner.
Yeah, those guys did a great job staying with him the whole way down the field.
Yeah, that's 41 is Pat McAvoy. Number 17 is Marky Hayes.
That's an escort. That's what you want. An escort to the end zone.
The only thing better is the police escort these guys get coming to the game on the buses. That's about the only thing you can beat there. So you see what Tommy Lee Lewis has done. There is a stunner. Now, you've done that to teams, of course, in your career, but you also had it happen. So how do you recover?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a very difficult thing because you don't count that. You count the offense scoring touchdowns and defense making plays, but you really don't count those kind of plays happening. So that's a big momentum switch for Northern Illinois. In some kind of way, Toledo's going to have to get this thing back really quick.
Now, will Northern Illinois kick to Eric Page? Is a triangular formation of receivers. He's at the top. He's right around the 2-yard line. He, by the way, can make this back-to-back kickoff returns in a heartbeat, and they're going to pooch it. They don't want any part of Eric Page. But here is an excellent running back in David Fluellen. And what Tim Beckman did is he said, all right, I don't think they're going to kick to Page, so I'm taking Bernard Reedy and David Fluellen, who can return kicks, and bringing them in. So Fluellen making the catch. We take a look, if we catch our breath, impact players for Toledo on offense.
What an interesting combination they have here with the 2 quarterbacks. Austin Danton's going to be the first one out there, but we're going to see a lot of Terrence Owens also. Left-hand, right-hand quarterbacks. Now, these receivers, it has to be pretty tough for them to adjust. I know they get to practice against it all the time. This guy, Eric Page, doesn't matter what happens with him. What quarterback's out there, he's going to make it happen.
Danton, who has the start, is the right-handed quarterback, and there goes Page in motion. And they'll start right away with a handoff. This is Adonis Thomas breaking tackles, making a spin, and he's right around the first down marker before Rashawn Melvin, a former walk-on, was able to bring him down. And the thing about Toledo that's interesting, Thomas is a great back. They've got 2 others.
Yeah, they have some great backs here. These guys can absolutely get it done. Here's Thomas right here. We're going to see a lot of Fluellen and Williams also.
One of the things to watch for tonight, number 12 in the blue, where will he line up? How often will be in motion? And Dan looked like he wanted to head that way. Doesn't need much, and he will get that. Off of the first down run, brought down by Nabal Jefferson, so it's going to be a gain of about 4, second down and 6.
Good job by Northern Illinois right there in the secondary. He wanted to get the ball down the field, but there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The running quarterback is on the other side of the field, but it's a nice move there by Danton. Junior from Tallahassee. Went to Leon High School. That's a major player in high school football in Tally. Hands it off to Adonis Thomas, and Thomas hop and a skip. Looks like he's going to be a yard short of the first down, brought down by the top tackler for the Huskies, Pat Schiller, the redshirt senior from Geneva, Illinois. So here's third down and a yard to go. Now, another thing I know you receivers like to
receivers,
do. Yes.
You know, we have to do the whole thing, man. You can't just catch balls. You got to get out there and block.
Or hold.
You know, hold as long as you keep your hands inside and not hold.
He didn't. Straight ahead handoff, and that's going to be a first down. It was Morgan Williams. We mentioned they've got three outstanding backs. You saw David Fluellen, number 22, who's now coming onto the field. Morgan Williams is a fine runner. And Adonis Thomas, who was the #1 back at the beginning of the season, was injured in that Syracuse game and his arm broken and is now back.
Good place to take a shot right here. Page has one-on-one coverage at top of the field.
Got to think the safety's going to be involved in this.
You would think so, but not the way they're lining up right now.
Said they're going to go out of the backfield. And wide open, 40-yard line. That's Thomas with a catch. And he looks like he has the first down. Shane Durante in there on the stop. Adonis Thomas, 15th catch on the year. The expected offense. Northern Illinois hasn't even had their offense on the field yet, and they're ahead 7-0. Once, looking for Page. In and out of his hands, and no flag. There is a flag. It's blended in with the yellow tee. That was Faustin in coverage. And undoubtedly we'll get a pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Referee Sean Smith. How do you cover this guy?
Well, I tell you what, Page really could have made this a lot easier. He would have hesitated a little bit more in this move. That was just a little shoulder. He still runs by Faustin there, but if he would have just hesitated a little bit more, he would have been wide open. It was a good call by the officials right here. You have to turn back and look at the ball. If he would have done that, I think that would have been a good play by the defensive player.
So it's first down and 10 at the 19-yard line. So here is Toledo in the red zone. 32 visits, 23 touchdowns. Thomas again, 15-yard line. Strong, not a very big back. None of the Toledo backs are all that big. He's going to gain 8 to the 11-yard line before he is dragged down by multiple Huskies tacklers. And yes, we are in 3D tonight. We welcome everybody from that audience as well. Very quickly now, Thomas patiently setting up the defense and getting the first down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this guy has that skip jump move, and that's very difficult on defensive players because you're literally hesitating yourself in midair. It's like you're floating or something. And that little move right there, it's just very tough for these big guys to handle.
Jason Meehan finally brought him down. You see 8th play of the drive is next. And Denton clears out a direct snap to Thomas. And we have flags. False start against Toledo coming up.
False start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Now, Tim Beckman had a little something there, but we'll see if he brings that back. It'll be first and goal, but now back to the 12-yard line.
That was a nice little wrinkle right there. I think they caught the defense sleeping a little bit. May have had a play.
In fact, maybe they were just a little anxious to get that off, and Colby Cratch jumped it. And now we have an injured player for Northern Illinois. And that's Jordan Delegal. And he jogs off under his own power. He was on his hands and knees there for a second. And it looks like more of an equipment problem than an injury. So it looks like
you can't stop the game for equipment problem.
No.
Get off the field.
Yeah. And they did stop the game briefly, but no timeouts used. But he has to come out.
Yes.
Pump fake again. Gets away from one. Denton in big trouble. Throws out of bounds. in the direction of Page, but he really wasn't going to get that pass. And Jamaal Bass chasing. Sean Evans was in coverage that time.
Sean Evans on the coverage for Northern Illinois.
It's a good job right there by Boenzi, getting in there, putting a little pressure on Denton. Letting him know I'm going to be there all night, brother. Come on, let's play football.
Big Frank Boenzi, a redshirt freshman in there. So this is the spread the way we see a lot of teams run it. Get in formation and then get the play. That's Bernard Reedy in motion. He takes off. Pressure underneath. Page breaks one tackle. He knows where the end zone is and finds it. Eric Page owns all sorts of records, and the ones he doesn't have, he probably will get. That's his 20th career touchdown catch. He's chasing Lance Moore, who's now with the Saints, who has 25. And a nice job here, as it looks like Toledo wants to line up for two. No, they fake that out and bring in Ryan Casano. So we're seeing a little bit of everything out of the Beckman book tonight. So a 9-play, 67-yard drive in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. How do you respond when you give up an opening kickoff touchdown? You go the length of the field and make it look easy. This is how we started. Northern Illinois' offense will finally be on the field next, we think. There you go, and we've had explosions already in this game. Northern Illinois with a school record 100-yard kickoff return, and Toledo counters and goes right to their guy, Tim, Eric Page.
Well, you know, we knew it was just a matter of time before he got the ball in his hands. They actually were trying to get the ball to him quite a few times, but they never happened. But he got it where he wants it, down in the scoring territory, get in the end zone. That's what you want to do.
That's the first points, by the way, against Toledo in the first quarter, done there by Tommy Lee Lewis in the last three. Now, technically, the defense hasn't been tested yet. Not technically, they haven't been tested yet.
They're going to kick again. That's what, okay.
Same guy. Let's see what happens. He's quick. Tommy Lee Lewis could be gone again. Oh, that could be a block in the back. Let's see. Now, let's see a flag. Tommy Lee Lewis down. And look, he's done it again. A 95-yard kickoff return. No flags.
It was so bad, even the Northern Illinois players were turning around looking for flags because the hole was so open.
Did you see a block in the back there? I thought I did, but obviously I don't carry a flag. And so there you have it, kids. 195 yards in kickoff returns by one man.
Well, I have a little message for Mr. Beckman.
Okay.
That would be, let's not kick to Mr. Lewis anymore tonight.
No, it's funny.
I think he has proved himself.
The interesting thing, Northern Illinois didn't kick to Eric Page, fearing exactly what has happened. My goodness.
Well, I understand having confidence in your team, but okay, sometimes somebody has that mojo.
Not only does he have a mojo, he's got 2 touchdowns. And Northern Illinois offense has yet to take the field, but they're ahead. The Wild Mac Tuesday night.
ESPN's College Football Primetime is presented by Russell Athletic, who remind you that together we are, and in part by Acura Advance.
You wouldn't believe the job Tim Brown did in his hotel room last night. Congratulations. That was incredible. How you managed to do all that in one room, I'll never know.
I have many talents, Dave. Many, many talents.
Actually, that's the Lucas County Fairgrounds, the Terrortown Haunted. Yeah. Terrortown Haunted House. And there you go, fans. You could almost see the craters left by Neil and Buzz in that beautiful half moon tonight on a cool evening in Toledo, Ohio, except for Tommy Lee Lewis, who has returned 2 kickoffs worth 195 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Well, the great thing for Toledo, he may have worn himself out.
He does look a little tired. Here's another little pooch. taken up at the 26-yard line. So Toledo will get some decent field position. Bernard Reedy, he's going to try to get to the far sideline, which he did, but he ran about the same length as Lewis, only sideways. All right, let's go back to the last kickoff return, Tim. We've got a couple of angles here. Maybe we'll see if there was a block in the back right there.
This is going to be questionable, but he has one hand in front and one hand on the back initially. I think it's a good non-call by the official.
Yep. I'm not looking back from that angle. I agree. It looked like there might have been a call there, but the official was correct. The two longest kickoff returns in Glass Bowl history. And the funny thing is, what Northern Illinois is trying to avoid is Eric Page. He's either worn out or he's really emotional. I think that's emotion right there.
Well, I think he may be a little tired. That's what I'm thinking.
How tiring is that?
Oh, it's very tiring. Running 100 yards back to back, pretty hard to get your breath after that.
First carry for Williams and second carry for Williams. He's going to lose a yard, so we'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Michael Santacaterina in there on the stop for Northern Illinois Huskies. Their defensive coordinator, Jay Neiman.
You know, watching these guys on film, you don't see them make many bad cuts, but that was a really bad cut by Williams right there. He had a chance to cut that up in the middle and tried to go outside. His blocker was inside.
Page comes underneath, and Danton scrambling again. He'll find inside Northern Illinois territory, and dragging tacklers is Jerome Jones, the tight end. Santacaterina lost his hat trying to bring him down along with linebacker Jamaal Bass, so a 1st down for the Rockets.
Well, that was a really good job by Danton right there. He sees a blitz coming inside. The defensive lineman backs are coming inside. He goes outside, sets up, throws the ball back inside.
And Danton on the keeper. Nice job. That's the kind of offense we expect from Northern Illinois. That zone read. Jimmy Ward up from the free safety position in there to make the stop. That's another Rockets 1st down.
Well, we may see this kind of offense if their offense ever gets on the field. But great fake right there. Dan did a really good job getting the ball up the field.
Toledo uses a 2-quarterback system, and we will see Terrence Owens. And then after he plays a couple of series, it'll be up to the offensive coordinator Matt Campbell and of course head coach Tim Beckman as to who gets the majority of the playing time. Here comes a blitz, picked up underneath, easy catch for Kenny Stafford. Stanford inside the 15. That's yet another Toledo 1st down to the 12-yard line before Stephen O'Neal brought him down.
Now, these guys, you can tell they're used to these blitzes. When they see people coming, they just sit down the hole, catch the ball, get the ball upfield.
Page is in the slot to the left of the quarterback. And this is Williams on the handoff. He'll get maybe a yard to the 11-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. Demetrius Stone in there, a junior from Miami, on the stop. And yes, he's a Miami guy. He got the sleeves, probably an extra undershirt under there, because when it's under 50 in Miami, the news stations lead with it.
50? It used to be 60.
No, 60 now, it's like in the 2nd block of news. But man, under 50, it's bring in the pets. Toledo shifting around a little bit, and Northern Illinois trying to match that. And that's dropped, and it's going to be ruled incomplete. Reedy had it and could not hang on. The line judge very quickly says it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Incomplete pass.
Boy, that was a great job by the Husky defense right there. It's like they knew that was coming. You saw guys go with the screen to the right and guys come right into the screen to the left of the defense. Great job by the Husky defense recognizing what was coming at them.
Number 14, Justin Olaf now, the wide receiver position. He's in the middle of the 3-receiver set you're looking at. Page is the closest one to you. Now he's coming at you in motion. Danton looking for Page. Well, where else are you going to throw it? Touchdown, Toledo! How does he get open when the entire state of Ohio knows he's getting the ball?
And Danton looked nowhere else but to Page on this route. And you could tell Page was going to the field, and he was feeling his way and saw the middle of the field, took it, And great pass by Dan, sneaking it in right behind the linebacker for the touchdown pass.
21 careers. He may get Lance Moore's record tonight. He's got 21. He's got 4 to go. 7 plays, 59 yards. And now every one of us who's been here from the beginning of this game is all selfishly wondering the same thing. Are they going to do it again? So let's talk about Page running this pattern first.
Well, I'll tell you, good job by Page. You see him coming in motion. And he sort of feels his way. Not really running full speed. And all of a sudden he sees a hole, sneaks behind the backer, right behind Delagar right there in front of the safety. Good job by Page right here. This guy's a field player. I think he's going to be a great slot receiver at the next level. Knows how to play in the middle of the big guys. Have that feel. That's going to bode very well for him at the next level for sure.
Coaches talk about he has the best work ethic on the team. He sets the pace in practices. He practices like he plays, which every coach loves, but doesn't always get. And yeah, I can't imagine him not being taken in the NFL draft. I mean, the MAC is beginning to send many more players into the NFL. I think we were talking with someone about 15 MAC players were in the last Super Bowl.
Well, and that's a great thing for the MAC. These guys are playing good, hard football. They're on TV a lot now, and it bodes very well for them because a lot of folks are getting a chance to see them. And if you do things 2 or 3 times in a row, the NFL will come and knock you.
Well, there you see that Tommy Lee Lewis isn't even coming out for this kickoff, and he wouldn't have gotten it anyway. It's taken by an up man who's bumped out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but hold everything. He made a fair catch. So instead of running it out at the 30-yard line, that was McAvoy who made that. So we can't really say what's wrong with Lewis, but listen, he's put in an entire night's work in 2 plays. Hopefully we'll get him back on the field. So the ball will be placed at the Northern Illinois 26, and folks, here they are, the Huskies offense for the first time today. And number 12 is the man to watch here, Chandler Harnish. And yeah, they lead the MAC in scoring with their offense, and they've already picked up 14 in that column right there. And remember, Harnish, not just the quarterback, he's also the leading rusher of this team. They love that zone read, and they run the ball well outside the 30-yard line. That'll be Jazz Hopkins, and he'll pick up 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Tim, take us through the impact players for Northern Illinois.
We knew that this guy Harnish is going to play a big part of what's happening tonight, leading the team in rushing and passing, obviously. But look for this guy Hopkins to have a big game also. He can really get it done running the ball. Desmond Merrill is going to have to play a big role in stopping the Husky offense.
Stop this time. Dan Moles leads the charge at the 32. Missed a lot of time. Only played 2 games this year because of injuries. He was injured the week of the Ohio State game. And he was joined by Jermaine Robinson. And a change in the lineup for Toledo tonight. They're going to go with Deontay Morrow, moved up from his free safety position to take over for the star linebacker Charles Rancifer, who is out tonight after a violation of team rules. 3rd and 6. Screens it and overthrows, incomplete. So the Toledo defense finally tested, gets a 3-and-out.
I didn't think we would see many 3-and-outs tonight, so especially from Northern Illinois on their first drive tonight. But good job by the Toledo defense right there.
Now Ryan Meir is in the punt, and Eric Page is the single safety at the 30-yard line. So the question is, do you kick this out of bounds? Big rush. He gets clobbered. Flag is down. Page made the catch at the 35-yard line, but Bernard Reedy.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense number 11. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot, automatic first down.
So scratch the 3-and-out because it's going to be Northern Illinois' offense on the field again.
Well, Toledo is losing the special teams battle. I think it was safe for us to say that. It's just not a smart play right there by Reedy. I mean, I understand you're trying to make the play, but if you haven't left your feet by then, you can't just run into the kicker. If he was in the air, that's one thing, but he literally just ran into the kicker right under his legs. So
Easy call for the official to make. Now you see what the ball is. The Huskies have it at their own 45-yard line.
This is when you don't want to run into the defensive guys on the way off the field. They're not too happy right now.
Jamaal Womble, number 5, gets the handoff. Straight ahead, he'll get 5, maybe even 6. Johnny Roberts, the nose tackle out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Redshirt senior in there on the tackle. Ball right smack on the 50, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Womble is a big player, big running back. 5'11", 246 pounds. Don't want to get him coming downhill at you, that's for sure.
And they take him out. Jazz Hopkins comes back in. Jet sweep, and this is Perez Ashford, and they faked it to him, and Chandler Harnish to the 43-yard line, gained 7. Good ball handling by Harnish, and one of the things he's very good at, reading the play. So they brought the jet motion around for Ashford, but Harnish hung on to it.
Well, if he keeps his feet here, I think we'd be striking up the band one more time. You don't see anyone come into the play yet. He had a lot of room to run right there. Just couldn't get his feet up under him.
Harnish ran for 149 and passed for 162 in the NIU route last year. Straight ahead for a short gain. Hats flying everywhere. Going to pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball now at the Toledo 41-yard line. There's Jasmine Hopkins.
You know, I've always said the helmet is not made for the braided hair. You know, these guys with braids, and it's hard for these helmets to stay on. You see a lot of helmets popping off these days. That could be really dangerous.
So there's the note there, Jermaine Robertson and others. And Akeem Daniels now comes in, a sophomore from Kissimmee, just outside Orlando. And Harnish keeping it all the way. And he'll get close to the 1st down, about 3 yards short. Maul's in there again on the stop.
You know, you don't say this often about a quarterback, but he's a very patient runner. You saw right there, he saw the hole to the left and just put his foot in the ground and got right behind his blockers. Good job by Harnish. I can see why he's a lead rusher on his team.
This is why I think it'd be hard to stop Northern Illinois, and they're 51% 3rd down. 3rd and 3, he can do anything.
Too many options, too many options.
Ball is dropped at the 32-yard line. So 4th down and 3 coming up. Willie Clark was the intended target, and now at 4th and 3, I'm not sure you gain much by a punt.
36-yard line. You have to go for it right here. Can't kick a field goal. Punt is not going to happen. So
they're good at 4th down. 2 6 out of 8.
I would keep the ball in Harnish's hands. Give him an option. Either the read run that they have, or let them do the option. Let them run the option.
Well, whatever they're going to do, they better do it quickly. I'm beginning to think that they're either going to take a timeout or just take the penalty and punt, and the answer is going to be timeout. So Dave Doran wants to talk it over with this 4th and 3 play. It's been a wild one, and we have a long way to go yet. Hope you stay with us all night. Continues this Saturday at 3:30 as most regions will see Texas A&M visit number 6 Oklahoma. Others will see Purdue travel to number 20 Wisconsin, or number 4 Stanford visit Oregon State. Now, Texas A&M versus Oklahoma and Purdue versus Wisconsin are both available nationally on ESPN2, ABC, and streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app. It's college football presented by Cade Jewelers, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. College football lives here. Huskies will not punt unless it's a pooch for Harnish. He'll throw it instead wide open. It's going to be a 1st down and a lot more. Nathan Palmer. And he stepped out of bounds back at the 12-yard line. Ross Madison in there on the coverage.
Anytime you get into the bunch offense, it's very difficult for defenses because guys are going in and out, and it's very easy. You see the defenders right there running into each other. It's a very simple thing for an offense to get into that formation, and very difficult for the defense to figure it out.
And now we get a look at Jordan Lynch at quarterback, and he'll just run the football and get it, maybe the nose of it inside the 10-yard line for a gain of a couple. So 2nd down and 8 coming up. So another look from Northern Illinois, this time with Harnish seemingly healthy on the bench. Lynch, the redshirt sophomore from Chicago. We've seen a little bit of everything.
Yes,
and
we
are
have.
still in the first quarter. And that's a power handoff to a powerful player, Big Cameron Bell, out of Round Rock, Texas, 6'2", 252. And all of a sudden, Northern has turned back the clock to practically the wishbone days.
And that's a formation they line up. And I'm trying to figure out why Harnish is not in the game.
Well, he is now.
Yeah, he's leading the team in rushing. Get your guy in the game that's used to getting this done for you.
Well, I think they're just trying to mess with Toledo, frankly.
You have 3rd and 5 on the 7-yard line. That's not an easy place to try and pick up the first down.
And the rest of this drive set up by a roughing the punter penalty. Looking underneath, don't forget Harnish is a good runner. The defender moves up, and when you do that, you leave a receiver open. Nathan Palmer, touchdown. So the 13th touchdown pass of the year for Chandler Harnish.
Well, Chandler, anytime he gets outside the pocket, he has a run-pass option. And defender comes up, he throws the ball over the top. Tough spot for the defender, because if he stays back, then he's going to run for the first down easily anyway.
And coaches preach defense and discipline. That's an example of what they talk about, and that's what Harnish is so good at, forcing you to tip your hand before he tips his. It was a 12-play, 74-yard drive in 5:17, but what will haunt Toledo is the roughing the punter penalty, because this started as a 3-and-out. And Northern Illinois now in the red zone, 30 touchdowns, 41 out of 45 this year. And, you know, on a cool night, to be inside that costume is probably not a bad place to be. So let's go back. What set all of this up is finally Northern Illinois' offense gets on the field after 2 kickoff returns are housed, and this is the mistake that kills Toledo on this drive.
Yeah, I'm sure Reedy has had plenty of practice at this, and certainly running into the kicker under his leg is not the way to try and block a punt.
It's going to lead to some extra running, all right. If he wants to run into a kicker, I'm sure he'll get to run somewhere else. Good thing for him, this is not a huge stadium, so the stadium steps here wouldn't be as punishing. So Toledo will get an opportunity, and Northern Illinois has not shown any interest in kicking to Eric Page, number 12. And they're going to leave it short, but let's see if Page comes up for this. He does at the 20-yard line. Oof. That's a nice little cutback there. And he'll get it out to the 38-yard line, but that was a sweet little move. An 18-yard kickoff return before Dimitri Stone brings him down.
I can see how special this guy really is.
I'm really
just
curious.
That little move right there tells me a lot about him. He knows how to set up defenders and get away from them. I think that's just one of those things you don't see a lot of guys have that ability.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody more qualified than you to judge him as a player. Now, here is Terrence Owens. He's the left-handed quarterback, number 2. This is planned. This is how Toledo plays offense. He'll get a couple steals. That's David Fluellen, the running back. Owens will keep it and get tripped up. He gets to about the 40-yard line. Jordan Delegal in there on the stop. You see what Owens has done. Owens and Danton rank. Danton number 1, Owens number 2 in the MAC in pass efficiency.
That has to be never been done before. I've never heard of such thing. 2 quarterbacks on the same team
that are good.
That are good, right?
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 75, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd out.
And to tell everybody, this is not some situation like we've seen at Penn State drag on or other places where there's a quarterback controversy. The coaches just said these guys are so even that we're going to play them both.
Yeah, well, you can see why, because they can't get it done. But what just happened with the false start, those are the kind of things that can happen, because now you're hearing a different voice. And even though they're used to hearing that in practice, you get in these game situations, some different voice back there barking calls can make you jump a little bit.
That's Fluellen. They tried to strip the ball away from him. He got nowhere. Delegal in there again, number 29. That's going to be a loss of a yard. It's going to set up 3rd down and about 12. And there you see what these guys have done this year. How about the tidy touchdown to interception ratio? You combine the two of 18-3.
That's any quarterback in the league would take that.
What do you think of the way this offense runs with all this time after you get everybody out?
Well, it's obviously great for the receivers because you get a chance to see exactly what's happening and what you need to accomplish. But
that's an incompletion. Owens got blitzed. Bernard Reedy was the intended receiver. I'm not sure even if he had been able to catch it, he would have been in bounds. Stone came in on the blitz and got a clean shot in on Owens. So for the first time tonight, we'll see Toledo punt. That'll be Bill Klaus. And of course, the left-handed quarterback couldn't see him coming.
Exactly. Just to finish my thought, I don't know if I would like this offense because I like to get my rest after I ran a play. And there's no rest in this offense. You have to keep going and going and going.
Here's Perez Ashford. He wants a fair catch and gets it at the 31-yard line. We have not seen Tommy Lee Lewis back in the game, number 80, since his dramatic back-to-back kickoff return. So he may be out for the rest of the night. Kind of hope not, but he... And so you tuned in a little late, did you? Came in from the office late. Well, here's what you missed. The opening kickoff. Tommy Lee Lewis. An enormous hole opens up, and watch the follow-up blockers. The guys down the field. Coming right at you there. All right, that wasn't bad. So Toledo scores, and here he is again.
Oh.
Gets a great block right there, and that's all. Kicker's not going to get him. 195 yards in kick returns, and Tommy Lee Lewis has not returned since. They fake the jet sweep. Here's Harnish. He took a shot right in the hip from Desmond Merrill, the leading tackler. There's Tommy Lee Lewis, and we're all hoping he's able to get back in the game.
I saw them over there stretching him as if his groin or something of that may have been bothering him. So they get the massaging around the stomach area. It's one of those things you can run straight with, but you can't cut with. So that may be the reason why he's staying out right there.
We'll see if he decides to run this play. With the clock run out, they'll go to run the play. Handoff Daniels, burst through, first down, and Merrill again on the stop. But we have 3 seconds remaining. The clock will stop as they move the chains. And we have an offensive show. Toledo scores twice. Northern Illinois gets an offensive touchdown set up by a penalty. And of course, the explosive kick returns. Supremacy in the MAC West is at stake. The winner of this game controls their own destiny. And so far, that's the Huskies.
The Prater.
Cool evening in Toledo, but the action has been anything but. There's your score as we start the second quarter. We welcome you on ESPN2 and also ESPN 3D. College football primetime presented by Russell Athletic. And as always, there's going to be somebody with their shirt off in 40-degree weather. Look at that. There's your number of the day so far. Toledo's been really tough in the first quarter and just not happening. But understand, 14 or 12 of those points came on kickoff returns.
Yeah, you can't really count that on Toledo's defense, obviously. So we'll see what happens the rest of the night.
And nothing much happens that time as Elijah Jones of 98 leads the defensive charge for a loss of a couple of yards. It'll be second down and about 12.
Yeah, this defense has been playing pretty good. They got the 3 and out and got the rough in the kicker and had to come right back out. And that doesn't put you in a good mind frame. So these guys are doing what they need to do. They need the special teams to step up and help them out.
I don't think they're going to return every kickoff for a touchdown. So I think they're going to have to find some ways. Of course, they were helped out by Toledo with a big penalty on roughing the punter. Pressure coming from the backside. Harnish unleashes it out of bounds, probably just throwing that one away. A lot of pressure coming from Malcolm Riley and also Elijah Jones in there. Toledo with 15 sacks on the season. Their defense played very well last week, holding Miami of Ohio to just 14 yards on rushing.
It's a good job right here by the secondary of Toledo. He wanted to go over the middle of the field initially and wasn't there. That time he rebooted, the big boys were coming at him.
Look at that helmet on Malcolm Riley. That thing looks like it's been through a lathe. 3rd and 11.
Big play right here for Toledo defense. Get off the field.
Stunt run here. Harnish underneath. It's caught. And Toledo's defense will get off the field. Martell Moore made the grab, but all over him was the free safety, Ross Madison, almost stride for stride, and a sure tackle in the open field.
Well, that's the kind of play someone needs to make to jumpstart this defense again. As we said, they have been playing pretty well, but they needed a play to get off the field. Good job right here by Madison.
Now, the last time Ryan Neer, the punter, got clobbered, Eric Page is around the 12-yard line. Page averages just a shade under 13 yards of return. This is a really high kick. And Page makes the fair catch with 6 white jerseys around him. Tim Beckman's on rocket time. His team down in the second quarter, but it's their ball, 80 yards from
119 data points. This is what we can gather from an ordinary crash test.
Their taste.
Hey, Ricky!
We ride together. What's up?
Tim Beckman, in his 3rd season, has had a great background. He's been influenced by Urban Meyer, Mike Gundy, guys who have done very well. So this is what he does in building a program brought to you by Craftsman. I've made references to rocket time, Tim. You got to be 10 minutes early or else.
That sounds like Art Shell time. Art Shell did the same thing.
Sit in the first 2 rows of every class. They do community service at least 6 hours.
That's great.
And that's a definite or else. And to get the GPA up to 3.0, they are so close. It's the best in the MAC.
Well, that's incredible stuff right there by Tim Beckman.
Now we're getting the second series for Terrence Owens at quarterback, and there he comes right at you in motion. So now Adonis Thomas on the direct snap. Trying to get around the corner. Good cutback. He'll get, call it 4 yards, maybe 5. They mark him out of the 24-yard line. And Jefferson in there on the stop. They're going to give him 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
I like this kid, Adonis Thomas. He's the smallest of the running backs, but he has the ability to really make some big plays.
He's going to get an opportunity here on the sweep. Gets a great block, and he'll get a first down. Pat Schiller, number 53, leading the parade of tacklers, but an excellent block downfield gives Toledo 1st and 10.
Looked like a little student body left right there. He had everybody coming. When the big boys out in front of you, you feel a lot better about yourself, that's for sure.
Yeah, Jerome Jones, 88, the tight end, threw that wonderful block. Looking for Eric Page. He's the first receiver in the slot of the 3. Thomas again. And this time, trying to fake his way around, could not get by Johnny Faustin, the sophomore from Naples, Florida. And this will be no gain, 2nd and 10.
I think he faked himself out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, too many moves. 2 moves only. There's a 2-move limit here. You can't do 3.
So it's a reverse of a 2-drink minimum. It's a 2-move
maximum.
Limit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, this is yet to complete a pass downfield, so he needs to get going.
He won't go downfield, but he'll go to Page, and this time they were ready for him. As Durante and Rashawn Melvin. So you have the safety and the corner, stopping that one after a gain of 3. So here's 3rd down and 7. That looked like one of those plays you use to set something else up.
Yes, yes. And that's just a play to get in a manageable 3rd down. And 3rd and 7 is not really what you call manageable, but it's certainly better than being in 3rd and 10.
Signaling going on the sideline. Now that stops. Thomas clears out. Owens under pressure. He'll take off and not get the first down. He did move it up another couple of yards, but excellent job by Northern Illinois to flush him out of the pocket. Joe Windsor brought him down.
Yeah, it looks like Orange sort of locked in on the left side right here and really couldn't get his head back to the right where he had Adonis Thomas sitting open for the first down, but he couldn't get his head back before the pressure got to him.
So Bill Klaus, the punter, comes in. And Tommy Davis and Perez Ashford back deep. Still haven't seen Lewis back in the game. This thing is crushed. Looks like he wants to go out of bounds, but they can't do it. The returner will be beaten down. Excellent job of coverage that time by the Rockets. Kenny Stafford makes the hit. Directional kicking pays off for Toledo. The hazard of being a punt returner, Tim.
Yeah, I tell you. Tough guy, though. Has to be a tough guy to be back there unless somebody run full speed at
you. Eat, drink, and play.
And there's a legend in Toledo. Tony Pacos opened in 1935, made famous by that man, Toledo native Jamie Farr. Remember in MASH, he insisted that they get Tony Pacos hot dogs sent to Korea. Well, they were. And there you have it. There was the cast of MASH from that era. That was the original location. They actually spent some time at the downtown Toledo location today. It's good stuff. So here are the Rockets on defense. Northern Illinois is actually 76 yards in scrimmage. They have 196 kick return yards. That's kickoff return yards. Here they're going to get a first down, though, and that is out to the 29-yard line. Gang tackling on the receiver. That's Deron Brown, redshirt freshman from Chicago.
Good job right here by Deron Brown, coming inside, catching the pass, getting a couple more yards up the field.
Now they are trying to raise the pace a little bit. Harnish fakes that. He'll go deep down the field. Totally open is Palmer. Got behind the defense, and Nathan Palmer will get into the end zone. Touchdown. 71 yards. You may not see a game for the rest of the season when you see a receiver that open.
And he was open quick. I don't know what the play action was that the safeties bid on, but wow, they really bid on the play, and the receiver was wide open.
Toledo coaches said, you know what, we really want to make Harnish throw the ball. Well, he has 2 touchdown passes tonight, both of them to Nathan Palmer. And a stunner here in Toledo. The home folks don't know what to do because it's been a parade of big plays. Made the few Husky fans who made the trip from DeKalb very happy.
Oh, wow. Madison just ran right by Palmer. He run all the way there, and there's no catching up with Palmer after he goes 10 yards by you. So.
And the corner, looks like the corner lets him go. Actually, that's the linebacker, Morrow, who lets him go. He's expecting some help.
Well, that's all on Madison right there.
Okay.
That's all on Madison. He's a safety in the middle of the field. You see him just ran by Palmer. He read run on that, and boy, you take 2 steps up, it's one thing. If you take 5 steps up, it's over for real.
Well, that was a 2-play, 86-yard drive.
We have seen some of the easiest touchdowns tonight. It seems like, even though kick returning, it's not easy, but the way they're doing is.
So Northern Illinois, don't forget, last year went wild at home against Toledo, scored 65 points, and won the game by 35. Now they squib it there, and it's going to be fielded on the ground by Page. And he'll take a pop at the 35-yard line, and don't throw him down because you'll get a flag. But good special teams coverage that time. That was Gervais Porter on the stop.
Now let's go back to the touchdown pass. You see Madison right there, and he reads run on this play, and Palmer goes right by him, and there's just no catching up with that. Everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing, but once the safety vacates the middle of the field, boy, that's easy pitch and catch for the quarterback and receiver.
And that is the respect that you have to give Harnish on that zone read.
Well, you have to depend on your front 7. Those guys have to stop it. If you're safety, you're coming to, finish up the play. You're not going to be the first one to make the tackle.
So direct snap to Adonis Thomas. Northern Illinois very quick to have Ron Newcomb in there, number 96, to make the stop. And the quarterback is back to Austin Danton. So Danton got 2 series. Owens got a couple of series, as we were told, and now it's back to Danton. And he is the right-handed quarterback. Owens the lefty.
Well, this is a pretty big series for the Toledo Rockets offense. These guys have to come up with something. Down 14 now. I know there's a lot of time left in this game, but momentum can get on the one side of the field. It becomes very tough to get it off.
And Danton has time, middle of the field, caught at the 39-yard line. That's a terrific catch by Adonis Thomas because he was hit immediately. So we're looking now at 3rd down and 6.
Well, when Danton sees this on film, he's going to be really upset with himself. He had Page one-on-one down the middle of the field, and he had to step on the guy too. I think he should have let that one go and let Page go up and make a play.
Toledo 3rd down conversions on the year, 47%. Slant. Boy, that's a good throw. It had to be perfect. And, of course, Eric Page is on the other end, but that was an outstanding throw for 1st down.
Well, the one thing I see about Dan when it comes to getting the ball to Page, he doesn't care if people are around. He knows this kid is comfortable catching the ball in the middle of the field, and he's going to try and get the ball to him.
And now Danton will run. Gets a big hole, and he will get close to a 1st down. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy. So 2nd down and short coming up. Durante in there on the stop. So on the big series at the moment anyway, Tim, Toledo is coming through.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what they need to do. Giving their defense a chance on the sideline to catch their breath, even though it's a 2-play series.
And that'll be a 1st down for Toledo. The 37-yard line, Morgan Williams, a senior from Canton, Ohio. Well, you'll get to spend some time, I suspect, one of these days, Canton.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Yes, we do. Dan gets a chance to catch his breath a bit while getting the call from the sidelines. The offensive coordinator, Matt Campbell, is upstairs, so the signaling being done by some of the other assistants. Got time out on the flats, dropped at the 34-yard line. Jerome Jones, who had 1 catch earlier, made a nice run out of it, could not hang on. Yeah, it was your bad. 2nd down and 10.
Sometimes for these big guys, Jones is 6'7", 240 pounds. A ball in the breadbasket is the worst place for him. You can't get your hands around it. His hands are too big. No excuse for the big man, though. Got to come up with that catch.
Now, do you count tight ends as receivers, or
when they catch the ball, I do. If they don't catch the ball, I don't. They're offensive linemen when they don't catch the ball.
a little option here? Danton hesitated, and you know the story about, and the ball is on the ground, and the officials rule it down. And all right, so that's the call. Alan Baxter in there on the stop.
Looked like Danton hesitated right here, like he didn't know where to go or thought the hole was going to be someplace that it wasn't. But coming downhill like that, you cannot hesitate, but because the big boys are coming from behind.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 11, and you could see that clearly there was not a fumble. So suddenly for Toledo, in a game where their defense is struggling, as are their special teams, this is an enormous 3rd down and 11. Might even be 2-down territory.
Yeah, they get some positive yards right here. I can see them going for it on 4th down.
There's Page crossing underneath. He'll take the deeper shot and earn a 1st down. That's Jones. He hangs on to that one.
Now he's a receiver. See?
That's very easy rules to understand there.
This is a play they ran for the touchdown with the crossing routes underneath, and you have the basic route, the 12-yard in over the top. Good job by Danny. Good job by Jones.
Now on the ground, just burrowed by Newcomb and Baxter was Morgan Williams. They flipped him down for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Coming up to keep an eye on our impact players. And Morgan Williams' stats not that good right now, but plenty of time left.
The Husky defensive line is really, they figured out something with this run game. They've stopped him the last 4 or 5 times when they tried to run the ball. Beckman and that crew is going to have to come up with something a little different over there.
Little fake. Danton wide open. That's some soft coverage at the 6-yard line. The catch made by Kenny Stafford, and he is going to be brought down at around the 5. Stone brought him down. And I like that.
You can't go without the shoot, Stafford.
Yeah, he threw the ball on the field.
I understand you want to be on the field, but you can't play this game without the shoot.
Now he comes out. Cordell Scott, number 13, comes in, and you're right. The run game isn't going anywhere.
I'll tell you what,
no gain there.
And they're not coming with any blitzes. They're just beating the front, the offensive line. Good job by Stafford there.
So helmets are coming off because guys have braids. Shoes are coming off. I mean, man.
It's pink socks.
2nd and goal from the 6. That was actually lost of about a half a yard. 12th play of the drive. And we have a timeout taken by Northern Illinois. And Dave Doran didn't look very happy. He's an old Wisconsin defensive coordinator, and he's not particularly happy that his defense is soft in coverage. Austin Danton takes a shot, but it was too late. That was completed inside the red zone.
The chase continues at Texas, Sunday at 2 Eastern on ESPN.
Trying to get his 6th straight championship, is in 6th place, 43 points behind the leader. That's Sunday at 2 on ESPN and also on the Watch ESPN app.
I may be at that.
No kid.
Oh, yeah.
You can be the Grand Marshal or something?
No, you know, I just go sit in the booth.
Okay.
You know, just go up there.
As long as I got popcorn.
As long as they have popcorn, we're good to go.
Toledo 2nd and goal. Blitz in the corner. Danton throws in that direction, and it's going to be incomplete. Kenny Stafford, a lot of pressure on Danton. Sets up 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Boy, Danton held in there as long as he could, trying to give the receiver a chance to come open. But at some point, you have to let that ball go because Shirley is coming right down the pipe on him. And, that was a chuck and duck right there. Now he was trying to get from under that hit.
Now let's find where number 12 is. Eric Page. Got to think that he's the lead dog here. He's in the slot to the left, closest to you. Now he's got company with Reedy. Page goes underneath. Danton plenty of time. Page is open. He is really open. That's an easy touchdown. And that's his 3rd of the night. I'm telling you right now, Lance Moore's record is in trouble tonight. Lance Moore has 25 career touchdowns. Page now has 22.
Well, that's one of the easiest routes to score a touchdown in the red zone because as soon as you outflank the defense, they're dead in the water. And that's what happened there. He had him outflanked as soon as he got outside the hash. And very easy touchdown. It took Dan a while to see him.
So Tim identified this as a major drive for Toledo's offense, and they came through. 13 plays, 64 yards, and the money man tonight. The first 3 touchdown game of a great career.
Right there, got him.
It's just that simple sometimes.
Do you know how you will react when someone changes lanes without warning? Or when you're distracted? When you're falling asleep at the wheel?
Do you know how you'll react? Lexus can now precisely test the most unpredictable variable in a car, the driver. When you pursue perfection, you don't just engineer the world's most advanced driving simulator. You engineer amazing.
Taco Bell's Double XL Chalupa. Double the premium seasoned beef, warm nacho cheese sauce, and toppings upon toppings in a monster chalupa shell. It's so big, you're gonna need a closer.
Just in. Me. You're done. Fact.
Rated M for mature.
For college athletics.
Well, there he is, Eric Page. Get Todd McShay on the phone. Get Mel Kiper Jr.'s Twitter account activated. You're looking at a guy who could be making money on Sundays. Of course, he is a junior. But what a candidate. And guess who's back in? The early star of the night, Tommy Lee Lewis, who's returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns in consecutive tries. Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah. I told you he was just worn out. 2 kickoff returns back-to-back can do something to your head.
Did you ever take 2 back in any game?
Not kick returns, punt returns I did. But
okay. He is Tim Brown. I'm Dave Lamont. We're at the Glass Bowl in Toledo, and they're not going to kick it to him. This is Tommy Davis, who has 2 career runbacks, and he's not going to get a third, at least not on this one. He is gang tackled by an inspired Toledo Rockets kick defense team as we show you Eric Page's 3 touchdown night.
Yeah, this kid is really what I call smooth. Nothing seems to rattle him. He's running these routes, knows exactly where it needs to be, sees a ball in the air, attacks the ball. That's the thing you love about a receiver, especially over the middle of the field. Dan right here finds him late at the corner, in the corner. Very easy touchdown for Eric Page. Smooth. That would be my word for Eric Page. I like the way he plays the game.
And so now it's Chandler Harnish's turn on his offense. They put up 2 scores. There you see their total yards and yards per play. Harnish pressure. He takes a shot but gets it off. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll be about a 7-yard gain. The catch made by Wells. And Harnish took a shot right after he threw it by Jaron Elliott.
This is why they say the quarterbacks make the big bucks, because those kind of shots are tough on the body for sure. But this guy Harnish, he can make it happen.
Haven't seen him run that much, but he is very, very dangerous. Here is Akeem Daniels. He'll be short of the first down, so 3rd down and about a yard coming up. As Johnny Roberts, number 94, in there on the stop. That's tough right there. No jackets, no sweatpants.
It's Toledo, man. This is come on, for them, this is nothing. My first year at Notre Dame, it was 50 degrees and people were literally out sunbathing.
I'm guessing you weren't one of them.
Oh, I still have my long coat on.
Power backfield, and Lynch is the quarterback. He'll keep it, and he won't get there. Jaron Elliott wasn't fooled. They swapped out Harnish for Lynch at quarterback. And it's going to be a punting time again for Northern Illinois.
Well, unless this is the call run for Harnish, he should have pitched that ball right there to Daniels, and he would have very easily got the first down. Oh, that's Lynch.
Yeah, that's the surprising part to me. You got a great running quarterback, and you go with Lynch instead.
And I referenced that earlier. I don't understand. I understand you want to give the guy some plays because he deserves it, but this is a pretty critical game for everyone involved.
So Neer will try to do anything but kick it near Eric Page if he can. A little sideways wobble to it. Page rushes up, and he's smart, and he makes the fair catch. Again, he's got a lot of company when he makes the catch, and he'll be down at the 28-yard line. Well, the primetime fun continues Thursday and Friday, ESPN, with primetime college football. Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, little ACC game for you. Florida State, Boston College. Then Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, USC and Colorado. College football primetime on ESPN, ESPN3. Thursday and Friday, and also that game Friday will be in ESPN 3D. Both games are also streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app. Presented by Russell Athletic, college football lives here. And Danton remains the quarterback. Page down the middle of the field was open. They're going to go to the sidelines, and a good effort that time by Bernard Reedy. He was blanketed by Johnny Faustin, and that was a toss-up.
And I think we both saw Page running down the middle of the field, and I just don't know why you don't take a shot at him. Good effort here by Reedy trying to get to the ball. Even better play by the defender. Faustin there trying to making sure that he didn't get the ball.
2nd and 10. And this is interesting. They're running some of the same plays that Northern Illinois does. This is going to be a loss of a couple of yards as Anthony Wells in there on the stops, having a 3rd down and about a dozen. One thing we haven't seen Page do yet is throw the football, but he's capable of doing that as well. He's 4 out of 6 in his career, and he's thrown through a touchdown pass this year in Columbus in a near victory for Toledo over Ohio State.
I think he likes catching the touchdowns right now.
He's off the good. Pressure Denton. But there was an example of what you talked about. Here comes flags. He's going to throw it to Page. How many people are on him? And this time it's going to be an interference penalty.
Yeah, he knows this kid can do what he needs to do to get to the ball. And if he wasn't interfered with right there, he probably would have made that catch also.
Get the official word from our MAC crew.
Pass interference. Defense, number 15. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy call.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if Ward would just step in front of him, he may be able to pick this ball off, but he wanted to make sure he had a hand on Page. Didn't want to let him go.
So first down from the 37-yard line in Toledo territory, the Rockets and the Huskies. And off to David Fluellen. Nice cutback. Oh, sweet little spin. And that's going to be just shy of the first down. That was an entertaining 9-yard gain. Sets up second down and a yard. And Toledo still has all of their timeouts as the clock is winding down in the first half.
Well, this is the first run they've had success with in a while. Good job by Fluellen making people miss. Oh, if he keeps his feet there, may have had 5 or 6 more yards.
Danton wide open. That's Reedy into NIU territory, and a nice little jump stop cutback. First down. Clock will stop at the 36-yard line. Let's go to the studio and visit with Ryan Burr.
All right, Dave, coming up on the Dell Halftime Report, I'll be joined by Robert Smith. The countdown to the showdown is on. We'll get you set for LSU and Alabama this weekend. Erin Andrews spent the day in Baton Rouge. She goes inside the Tiger program, and the Big East goes team hunting. We'll tell you which teams they found. It's all coming up on the Dell Halftime Report. We'll see you in a few, guys.
Thank you. Robert's just upset that because of the snow in Connecticut, he can't play golf, but he'll be fine otherwise. Look forward to seeing what he has to say about halftime. And we have a timeout called by Toledo. After that play, only gained a yard. So there's Tim Beckman, and he and his offense will try to get something going. Beckman was also a defensive guy, and he talked about the influences of Urban Meyer in particular. He preaches a competition year-round. Everything. They have competition in January, competition in April, and much like the Urban Meyer method of rewarding the winners and punishing the losers. You see his background. If they win, it's steaks and cakes. If they lose, it's beans and weenies. That's what they feed them.
Hey, I tell you what, that's the way it should be. You need to let everybody know when we step on the field, we're playing for something. And if you lose, what do they say? To the winner goes the spoils. If you lose, then hey, beans and wieners it is.
So between Urban and Spielman, who gets what? Does Spielman get the beans? He'd be happy with the beans and wieners. Yeah, there'll be Michigan, Iowa, by the way, this noon over the weekend on Saturday. Fluellen, some more sweet moves. You see him on video, and you can see exactly what we're seeing. Quick feet. Durante stops him. It's a first down at the 25-yard line.
Well, that was a good open field tackle by Deshaun Durant right there. I thought Fluellen was going to be able to make him miss and possibly get to the end zone right there.
That plenty of time, guns it, and it's incomplete. In coverage that time was Pat Schiller on David Fluellen, second down and 10.
And you get a guy like Fluellen in the middle of the field to make that kind of a tackle on him is pretty good by Deshaun Durant right there.
Danton 11 of 17 for 138 and 3 touchdown passes, all to number 12, Eric Page. He's at the top of your screen in a moment. There he is in the slot, the second receiver of that threesome. Now he's the lead guy in the slot. The quarterback's right on the cross. That pass looks like it was deflected, and it's going to be in the end zone, out of bounds. Third down and 10 as it rolls out of the end zone. And it looks like that we saw Pat Schiller get his hand on it, 53. Yep.
That could have been a defenseless receiver hit right there. They're throwing that flag so many times. If I was a DB, I wouldn't know what to do as far as tackling goes.
So Thomas in there at the tailback, 24. And 5 to get it off. It's Page in motion. And with 1 second left on the play clock, they get it off. And that pass short. And so it's going to be fourth down. Thomas on a wheel route, I guess, a wheel route. Incomplete. So now fourth down and 10. We'll see if we get our first look at Ryan Cassano as a field goal kicker. And that is not Cassano. He is listed as the starting field goal kicker. And this is Vince Penza. No, that is number 85. Jeremiah Detmer, a freshman from Hilliard, Ohio. From 41. And he tucks it home.
With these.
How about that? So 28-24 is the score with a minute and 19. Leader's going to have to kick off.
You can breathe now, freshman. You can breathe.
Well, Detmer's got a leg now. He has tried one other field goal from 52 yards out and made it. So he is the long field goal specialist. And Casano is 7 out of 10, but his longest was 38. Is 38 so far on this season.
Well, we thought we would have points, and points we have. Exciting offensive football.
That was a 10-play, 48-yard drive in a couple of minutes that gets the 3 on the board. You know, the Toledo folks, they've had an entertaining season, but at times they've got to be frustrated. There's some thought around here. This team could easily be 7-1 overall, not 5-3. Close call in Columbus. There's 16 yards in victory and can't get it done. And then, of course, that controversial finish in Syracuse. Not just rankles here, but the whole country seems to be irritated. One of our Sports Center shows, they always have the vote of the worst play of the week. That play has won 5 weeks in a row.
Well, it doesn't make any sense how you can go to replay to review it and still can't get that right. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, very interesting to see a timeout called by the receiving team. They may want an alignment change here. So we'll find out if Tommy Lee Lewis can make it 3 touchdown returns tonight when we come back to Toledo.
Why you Toledo?
Because it's everything I ever wanted in a school, all rolled into one.
Because you can feel like part of a family.
See more on a campus visit and tell us why Toledo is for you.
We found out that Dave Doran and his staff can count.
Yes.
They were a little shy on the kick return.
Yeah, number 46 decided that he did not want to participate in the kickoff return. I don't know why when they've been so successful.
Yes, folks, we didn't make that graphic up. That really happened. And the last time that Toledo kicked off, they weren't in the same area code as Tommy Lee Lewis. But Tommy Davis, number 20, is very capable if he winds up with it. Oh. They're going to blast it. We got to take a field position here, though. But here we go. It's Lewis. He can get around the corner. Oh, that's an awesome tackle. That is really well done. Toledo fans here on their feet to applaud Keyshawn Wilcher, the freshman from Detroit, not far from Toledo, with a tremendous open field tackle to keep it from being 3 returns.
Well, I tell you what, he was trying to get back to that outside. And taking this angle, he probably couldn't have taken it all the way, but it would have been really exciting to see him get around that tackle right there.
Well, the kicker was coming.
Detmer was coming.
Detmer was coming right at him. So he obviously would have made the tackle if Wilcher hadn't. All right, now, Northern Illinois doesn't have a timeout. They have 1:12, and they have an offense that's been tough to contain tonight. And Harnish on the option. And there you see why it's difficult to contain it. Ball's loose. Didn't hear any whistles.
Somebody has to make a call here.
Yes. Toledo has their opinion. We're going to stop the clock. And it rule a Toledo ball.
I sure think he was down, but they sure took their time to make that call.
Every play in college football is reviewed. Undoubtedly, this may get some extra attention.
That ball was coming loose at the end.
And the play has been announced as being under review.
No, he was down.
Yeah, very clearly. You can see that. In HD and 3D, you can see that this is not a fumble.
Ball's in hand, elbow, knee hits the ground, ball is dead.
So what we think will happen is that it will be first down for Northern Illinois with 59 seconds left, and looks like it'll be at the 35-yard line, maybe the 34.
Congratulations, Rocket fans, sitting in section 504, seat number 2. You have just won a $25 gift card to Toledo Irish Pub. Not only are you
had 3 officials standing around, and no one wanted to make the call.
Which made me think that it wasn't a fumble.
If you didn't see it, then don't call the fumble.
And I
just call something.
Didn't see any beanbags come out, and it was the referee who said, well, I'm in charge, I'll make a call. Some of the unusual stats tonight. Toledo has run 46 plays, Northern Illinois 22. But again, Huskies have returned 2 kickoffs. And here we go. Here's an announcement.
After further review, the runner was down. The runner had made the line of game. Therefore, it will be Northern's ball, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We'll take one more look, but this is the correct call.
This is pretty simple right here. And I know there's some official watching this going, on the field, I'm saying, I didn't see the ball come out. Well, just say that and let's move on.
The clock was reset, Tim, to 1:07 because they burned up 8 seconds. In fact, they may have spent more time trying to figure out how much time was left and whether or not he actually fumbled.
He should be starting the clock right now.
And they fake the jet sweep. Harnish breaks 1 tackle, but gets a gain of 5 to the 40-yard line. So with the clock still rolling and Northern Illinois having no way of stopping it other than 1st down or out of bounds.
Well, they have to be setting up another deep pass, running the ball like that with no timeouts. I wonder if they're setting up another play-action pass.
Nope. Harnish, but he'll get the 1st down. He'll get to the 47-yard line. So the clock is stopped. 34 seconds to go. Roberts in there on the stop. Now I think if you're serious about it, you got to start putting it up. Harnish now 45 yards rushing. Looking toward the sideline. That's a nice little delivery. That'll stop the clock. Perez Ashford, the junior from Shaker Heights, Ohio, in there. That's going to be 2nd down and 3.
Well, it seems to me that Harnish loves being in this situation. The pace of play is picked up a little bit. Gets a chance to run with the ball, throw the ball right where he wants to be.
They need to get to about the 30-yard line for Matthew Sims to have a shot. Little screen pass, and it is dropped. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 as Akeem Daniels unable to hang on. Sims' longest field goal of the season, 44 yards. If they get to the 30, it'll be 47, and that's where they think they're pretty comfortable with him. He's also had 3 kicks blocked. Play clock inside the 10. They go toward the sideline, and wow, big hit. That's incomplete. And that is Desmond Merrow, the leading tackler for Toledo, with a clean hit, knocking the ball out of Nathan Palmer's hand. So it's 4th down and 3.
We talked about this bunch offense earlier, and the Huskies were able to get a big play out of it. Not this time. Merrow sees the play coming out and gets right there and puts his helmet right on the ball.
So Eric Page hasn't been able to do much in punt returns. Ryan Neer's done a good job in hanging him high. And he does it again. Page will call for the fair catch. That'll stop the clock at the 15-yard line with only 12 seconds to go.
Page calls for a fair catch.
Most likely, Tim Beckman taking off the headset. That's probably the best indication we can offer you as to what Toledo's plans are for this play. So is Austin Danton the quarterback for the 2nd half? Owen's got his couple of series, Tim, but now it's been Danton. Of course, this is not a play of anything but taking a knee. Of course, Philip Rivers show that it isn't always easy to take a snap from center. And apologies to Philip if he happens to be watching the game. Toledo will take that 28-24 deficit into halftime. We have had some big plays. We've had long passes for touchdowns. Eric Page has had 3 touchdown catches tonight. Tommy Lewis has run back 2 kickoffs, and Toledo will get the ball to start the 2nd half, and we'll get to see Page perhaps run back a kickoff. It's been great fun in the MAC West. The winner of this game will control their destiny. Score at the half, NIU 28, Toledo 24. Now let's send you to Ryan in the studio for the Dell Halftime Report.
Hi, Dave. Thanks so much. So 52 combined 1st half points. It's a shootout. Welcome into the Dell Halftime Report. Ryan Burr, former Ohio State great Robert Smith. And Robert, we expected fireworks, but that really provided it. Eric Page, 3 touchdowns. Tommy Lewis, a couple kick returns. That was fun to watch.
It really was fun to watch. And first, Dave Lamont is right. I'm very mad that there's a lot of snow and I can't play golf. But Tommy Lee Lewis, he does his very best Tim Brown imitation, returning 2 kickoffs in a row. And I'll tell you, Tim Beckman, the head coach there at Toledo, he's a great coach. And the first one, okay, bad coverage, you let the guy go. And the second one, I'll tell you why you do this. You kick to him because you want to try and prove a point to your guys that you can stop them. But hey, after that, you say, okay, fortunately for them, Tommy Lee Lewis was out of the game anyway with an injury, but I'm sure Tim Beckman would not have been kicking off to him again. He's a great coach. I tell you, he's from the Ohio area, recruits Cleveland extremely well, which is my hometown area, and Dave Doran in his first year there at Northern Illinois. He's doing a good job, lost a lot of players off of that defense, and I'll tell you, that offense, Chandler Harnish, he's a great quarterback, had a chance to call one of their games last year. Unfortunately for him, Chad Spann, their running back, who was a beast, is now playing in the NFL.
So Toledo down 4. They've had a couple narrow losses this year to the likes of Ohio State, where they had the ball at the end of the game, a chance to beat the Buckeyes. And of course, that missed extra point against Syracuse, where the referees completely blew the call. So the Rockets, we'll see if they can come back in this one. When we come back, the countdown to the showdown is on. Alabama, LSU, number 1 versus number 2. Robert breaks it down. It's next with the Dell Halftime Report. There, it all starts Saturday at 9 a.m. with Game Day, but Game Day will be live for SportsCenter starting on Thursday, live for College Football Live at 3:30. So countdown to the showdown, indeed, it is on. Nick Saban's first coaching appearance came at the University of Toledo in 1990 as he guided the Rockets to a 9-2 record that year as they finished as co-MAC champs. Interesting enough, they missed an undefeated season by a mere 5 points as he was a defensive mastermind for the Rockets. Saban and Miles, they come from similar Midwest backgrounds. Saban born in West Virginia, Miles born in Ohio. Nick Saban went to Kent State, where he played in 1972. Les Miles, of course, went to Michigan, where he was an assistant under Bo Schembechler. Even their birthdays just 11 days apart. The countdown to the showdown. As we just are seconds, the seconds continue to tick away, which means, Robert,
less than 4 days.
And rent Crazy Stupid Love now on DirecTV Cinema. Movie star on Channel 125.
This halftime report is powered by Dell. The power to do more.
A person familiar with the decision says the Big East will invite Boise, Navy, Air Force for football only, SMU, Houston, and Central Florida for all sports. Could happen as early as this week. Second half action next.
Been more relevant.
You got me if you want me. You got me. It's right where I should be. You got me if you want me.
Tuesday night college football primetime on ESPN2 and ESPN 3D. Dave Lamont, Tim Brown here, about to see Toledo get the ball to start quarter number 3. A night that's seen 2 kickoff returns by Northern Illinois' Tommy Lee Lewis and Eric Page with 3 receiving touchdowns. There's Tommy Lee Lewis. There's Eric Page, who's awaiting his first chance to return a kick. He's had punt returns. Actually, he's had all fair catches. And again, a little wedge, and I mean a little wedge. But here's David Fluellen. Now he can run, and he is taken down at the 41-yard line. So Northern Illinois sacrificing field position to get it away from Eric Page. Here's Tim, I'm Dave. First half, highly entertaining. I think the only question is, what's a higher number, the total points or the temperature?
Yeah, I know the temperature is dropping, that's for sure. But this is the first time Toledo's going to have the ball with the opportunity to go ahead in this game. So I'm sure this offense is excited about that. This is a great shot for them to finally take over this game.
This is not a night to be a defensive coordinator. That's for sure.
I don't think this conference is where you want to make your mark as a defensive coordinator.
Adonis Thomas. Well, the MAC is the cradle of coaches now. Let's not forget that. It's a gain of 4, second down and 6. There have been some great coaches that come out of the MAC. And there you see some of our stars tonight, and we talked about them at the top. And Page has certainly made the most out of those 5 catches.
5 catches, 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good night.
Austin Danton is staying in at quarterback, so the issue is now, will he be the man for the rest of the night? In this 2-quarterback system, the Rockets prefer, but they always make a decision after the first few series. And on the sweep, getting around in and getting a first down, launching himself over the first down line. Demetrius Stone is able to bring Adonis Thomas down. It's not as if Toledo was hurting for running backs when Thomas was gone, but he is their main running back.
Well, you can see why. I mean, this guy has the ability not only to get upfield, but to make people miss once he gets in the hole.
First and 10 now from the NIU 46. And Thomas again, quickly through that hole. And he'll pick up 4. Second down and 6 coming up. Ward and Schiller in there. Schiller 53, the #1 tackler for the Huskies, and he had a strong first half. If you could say anybody on defense had a strong first half in this game.
Yeah, Schiller did a good job for the Husky defense. Good job by Thomas right there. He was in the hole, big guys around him, protected the ball, put 2 hands on the ball, made sure that Toledo came back with the ball.
Thomas again. He's got room here. Stutter step, sweet, another stutter step. He'll get inside the 30. Kyle Jenkins finally brought him down after a 15-yard gain. First down, Toledo.
This little guy can get it done. I mean, great job right here. Good blocking by the offensive line. Nobody out there for him. Good stop right there. Made Schiller look pretty bad. We just gave Schiller some props, and then he does that to us.
Well, I think it was more like Thomas did it. Right. Llewellyn is now the back as Thomas catches his breath. Some pressure. Danton on a rope. That's Page right at the marker. That should be a first down. 6th catch of the night. Durante in on the stop. It is a first down.
Well, again, I'll say this. The way he catches the ball in the middle of the field is really great for this Toledo offense.
Coming right at you from our goalpost camera. Out in space, Page makes one miss and darts to the end zone. Toledo has their first lead. 4 touchdowns for Page. Except there's a flag down. And indications are it may be a hold against the Rockets.
During the run, holding, offense number 7. 2-yard penalty for the spot of the 5. Replay first down.
Let's see if we spot the hold that the officials were all over. Oh, yeah, that's a hold. You receivers, yeah. So you receivers were okay with the first hold, but not the second.
Well, you know, when your hands are inside, it's okay. It's when you get outside your body, it's when it's not okay.
So erase Page's 4th touchdown, erase the score, and now it's first down and 11. Llewellyn. Boy, these runners cut back unbelievably well for Toledo. That'll be a first down, first and goal coming from the 6-yard line. Tommy Davis saves the touchdown.
Well, I tell you, what we saw on film is exactly what we're seeing here. These guys, when they get the ball in their hands, they know exactly what to do with the ball.
And they go quickly. And this time, Toledo's offense unable to block Pat Schiller. That's going to be to the 5, gain of 1, 2nd and goal coming up. First time we've really seen Toledo run hurry up. They're out quickly again. Now you may be able to hear him say easy, easy, easy. Dan McKee gets a block, and now Toledo has their first lead of the night. So Toledo in the red zone tonight. 4 out of 4. The first time that Eric Page is not in the end zone officially. And Austin Danton showing that he too can run the ball as well as Chandler Harnish.
We didn't expect to see too much running out of Dan tonight, but he has done a very good job. And he's had the opportunity to run.
9 plays, 58 yards. And don't forget, Toledo got a break on field position when Northern Illinois went for the short kickoff and gave up some field position. So you wonder if they're going to continue that strategy, because it did backfire that time. So Toledo scored twice. One of them counted, and this is the one that did it. Austin Danton's second rushing touchdown of the night. Now we'll see Tommy Lee Lewis perhaps again.
On ESPN, South Carolina versus Arkansas.
This telecast is available in 3D, presented by Sony.
4 touchdowns sitting together. Austin Danton and Eric Page have scored 4 times between them. Page with 3 touchdowns. Danton with that short touchdown run. Don't forget, celebrating its 7th year, sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets. Allstate makes contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kick. To date, Allstate has contributed more than $2.5 million in scholarship monies. Now, there is a lot at stake in this game tonight in the MAC West. We talked about these teams controlling their destinies. And we'll show you the MAC West standings in a moment here, after Tommy Lee Lewis perhaps gets a 3rd kickoff for a touchdown. He has 2 tonight.
Kick it to him again.
No, they are not. But you know what? The short kick didn't help Northern Illinois last time, and we have a fair catch called for here, and that's understandable. McAvoy again makes the fair catch. The second time tonight he's made the fair catch and then tried to run afterwards as if he thought maybe everybody forgot.
I don't think he is thinking that he's making a fair catch.
Yeah, that's right, because he's run as if it's the officials that have stopped him. So here we go in the MAC of the Western Division. Now it's very simple for both of these teams. Number 1, the winner of this game is bowl eligible. 6 wins. Number 2, if the winner of this game wins out, they are the MAC West champions, and they head to Detroit to play the Eastern champions for the MAC championship. And I'll tell you what, Toledo, you're going to want them in your bowl game.
Yes.
They are exciting. Northern Illinois has in Chandler Harnish, one of the most versatile players in the country, as Dan Moles brings him down after a gain out to the 30-yard line of 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. So either of these teams would do very well showing up around your holiday season to watch play in a bowl game. Straight ahead, nice hole here for Hopkins, and Hopkins down the sideline. It's a race. Nice cut back at the 30-yard line. He'll finally be brought down all the way down to the Toledo 20-yard line. How about defensive end Malcolm Riley chasing him down? But first, the damage of 50 yards.
Little trap play right here by the Huskies offense. What a great job by Hopkins getting the ball outside, cutting back, getting 5 extra yards. Great job.
And Harnish with a fake. And then he finds a hole, and he'll get 4 to the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now, Hopkins has scored 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He had 3 versus Buffalo last week, and an almost disaster for Northern Illinois. They had a 31-10 lead against the Bulls, who promptly went crazy in the last 16-17 minutes, and it actually came down to a missed extra point in the final seconds that preserved the win for the Huskies.
You heard a lot in that game about taking their foot off the pedal. I don't understand that against a team like Buffalo that's playing at home. You know they're going to try and do everything they can to win the game.
Inside the 10-yard line, 1st down and in the end zone. Deron Brown, the lead is retaken by the Huskies. That didn't take much time.
It's a great effort here by Deron Brown.
Well, Toledo had shut out their last 4 opponents in the 3rd quarter.
A little quick 5-yard out, catches the ball, cuts back inside, drags Madison into the end zone. Great job by Deron Brown.
Folks, I know some of you on the East Coast are thinking, man, should I stay up? Yes, stay up. Get some hot chocolate or a pot of coffee or something. Stay with us. I think this one is going to be one you'll talk about on Wednesday morning. So each team trading touchdowns in the first 4 minutes and 55 seconds as the redshirt freshman shows the Chicago way to get in the end zone.
Toyota, and Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
Why is college football great? This is an example. Just outside the glass bowl, that's a genuine U.S. Army missile. If it was to actually be fired, the coordinates are set for it to land on the 50-yard line of their arch rivals at Bowling Green. That's one of the reasons why college football is so
Gotta
great.
love it.
My goodness. I don't know if that's the guy I want carrying the button. What the deuce? I don't know if that's the other guy that I want carrying the nuclear codes for that, for the mascot, but my goodness. Tim Brown, Dave Lamont, so happy to be with you on ESPN2 and ESPN 3D with our great crew here in chilly Toledo, but the game has just been wonderful to watch. You're seeing it from the view of Eric Page. Whether he gets a chance, nope, here's another ground ball up the middle, and this one's bobbled. That's not a number you expect to see with kick returns, but he put two hands on the ball, Tim, and got it to the 40-yard line.
Good job, very good job.
Toledo really upset about the way last year went, and understandably, Chandler Harnish lit him up into Calb. There's Palmer. There's a touchdown. Harnish, one passing touchdown, one running touchdown, over 300 total yards. The Huskies had 7 touchdowns and won this game going away 65-30. You'd think 30 would be enough to win most games. It wasn't close. And in talking with the coaches, and particularly the players in Toledo, they remember that well. Eric Page in space. Eric Page off to the races. He's just fast enough to get into the end zone. That's 4 touchdowns for Page. Yes, sir.
I don't know what this kid's 40 time is, but he has football speed. And his ability, anytime a guy's returning punts and kickoff, you know he has the ability to make people miss an open field. And that's what he has done here tonight.
Oh, boy. Well, he's now over 3,000 career yards with that play, and he could catch Lance Moore, mentioning he's with the Saints and a Toledo alum. Tonight in yardage record, Lance Moore's at 3,102. Eric Page is 3,051. Wow. This is well blocked, by the way. We got to give credit. I mean, yes, Page is brilliant, but how about this blocking, too?
Well, that's a great job out here.
That's a receiver, Tim.
Hey, we receivers do what we have to do. Great job right there by Page, making a miss. Didn't have the speed to outrun Ward and Schiller to the end zone. We talk about his speed, but I tell you what, that's speed enough. If it take it to the house.
Wow.
That's it, brother. Pound your chest.
Oh, my. And we have 9:51 to go in the third quarter. All right. We may have an entire SportsCenter top 10 in this game. Well, here we go. Well, they kick it to Tommy Lee Lewis. Tommy Davis is a good returner, too. All right, another ground ball up the middle, and this will be fielded by one of the up men. And that's a pretty good return. That's going to be to the 40-yard line. And that is Santa Catarina who is in there, I should say, number 52, the linebacker. ABC's coverage of college football continues this Saturday at 3:30. Many regions will see Texas A&M and number 6 Oklahoma. Others will see Purdue travel to number 20 Wisconsin, or number 4 Stanford visiting Oregon State. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Purdue, Wisconsin are both available nationally on ESPN2, ABC, and streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app. College football presented by Kay Jewelers at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, because college football lives here. Boy, is it ever alive tonight. Harnish in the middle of the field. That's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. And second down and 3 coming up. Catch made by Luke Eakes. Now the BCS standings, Tim. And there's some, well, there's a little game on Saturday.
Yeah, just a little game.
Obviously, that's what the game day crowd is going to be in Tuscaloosa, and what an occasion that's going to be. But how about Arkansas, South Carolina as a nice top 10 matchup?
That's going to be a great game also.
And Harnish on the fake gets it to Jason Hopkins. He faked the screen pass, and good job by the middle of that defense to hold that down to 1 yard. Here comes 3rd and 5. BCS standings brought to us by Allstate.
That Alabama-LSU game may be 3-0 in that game with those defenses. We had a chance to see LSU once this year, and they were incredible on the defense side of the ball.
Hakeem Daniels in the tailback spot. Folks here on their feet in the glass bowl trying to inspire something rare, a big defensive stand. Harnish going to take the shot deep down the field, and almost an over-the-shoulder catch by DeMarcus Grady. So it will be 4th down and possibly a punt. We haven't had a fake punt yet. We might as well get ready for that.
When this ball initially left Harnish's hand, I didn't think it was going to be close. Brady had a chance. Make the catch, basket catch. That would have been a tough catch, but certainly if it hits your hands, you got to come down with it.
And he was close to the sideline, so we've been battling to keep 1 foot in bounds. So here's Neer, and of course Page. He's been doing a lot of fair catching and no actual punt returning. And Neer is very good at kicking very high. Page, well, he is calm. You talked about smooth. But there's no way those guys aren't screaming at him when they come down.
Some ungodly things.
Yes, I wasn't even going to ask for you to repeat it. But Eric Page has been almost unstoppable as a receiver.
Yeah, you know, and the one thing I like about what they're doing, they're not just every play trying to get him the ball. They're making sure they're running the ball, they're getting the quarterback some runs. But when they go to this kid, he's making a play almost every time the ball is in the air towards his direction.
Let's not forget he had 1 touchdown called back because of a holding penalty. From the 24, 1st and 10 for Rocket football. Oh my goodness, ankles have been broken by Flew. Adonis Thomas, 24. Adonis Thomas, not David Llewellyn. Backs are about the same size with the same kind of quickness, but that was Thomas, the senior from Newark.
There's certain things you can't cut, you can't coach, and that's one of them. You cannot coach those kind of cuts right there. It's all instinctive. It's a part of that man's game. He only had 1 cut right there. See, it wasn't the triple cut thing he tried early in the game.
He's about to approach to 100 yards. And he is over 100 yards. Got into a hand fight with Jimmy Ward, and he'll get it out to about the 42-yard line. How about one more time in HD and 3D?
Oof, that's the old Barry Sanders stick your foot in the ground cut right there. Not too many guys can get away with that.
And doesn't shy about taking a hit. Didn't take that thing out of bounds.
He's a tough kid, tough kid. 5'10", 185 pounds. If you're taking those kind of hits, you have to be tough.
Austin Danton has been the quarterback since the middle of the 2nd quarter, so he may be the man for the rest of the night. Terrence Owens did get a couple of series in. Thomas rejoins Danton in the backfield. Flag is down across the middle. That's big Jerome Jones. Let's see what the penalty is. It is thrown on the Toledo side of the field. And thrown pretty quickly on the snap.
And it's lined up in the neutral zone.
Offside, defense, number 90, lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty's decline, result of the play is the 1st down.
16-yard gain as Alan Baxter lined up. Well, the Rockets on the move. They're about to run their 61st play.
1st and 10 Rockets from the Huskies, 42.
25 first downs for Toledo. And they trail. And the difference, I mean, they're ahead now, but they were trailing. The difference in the game, of course, is the 2 kick returns for Northern Illinois. You wonder what this game would be like without those, but you can't. Because they happened back to back as Thomas gets a short gain.
Yeah, this Huskies defense has had it pretty easy tonight. I say that they've given up 38 points. But they've had the special team to come up with some plays from now. They need to come up with a play and get off the field.
Toledo's defense was able to do that in the last time, forcing Northern Illinois to punt.
I would have 2 guys looking at Eric Page every place he goes.
Well, Thomas needs some attention also. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 coming up after that 4-yard gain. Ward and Schiller in there on the stop. And here's an interesting call to 3rd and 2. Right now you've got so many weapons working for Toledo. What would you do?
Well, you know, and that's the great thing. I would bring Eric Page in motion and make everybody look at him and maybe try and get the ball to Adonis again.
Deflected. Page was the target. And Schiller, second pass that he has gotten a hand on. So now here comes a 4th and 2. You're at the 34. You've got a little momentum going, and I don't see any kickers coming on the field.
You have to. It's called going for the jugular. Even though it's early in the 3rd quarter, 5 minutes left, a lot of time, a lot of possessions left in this game. For them to go up by 2 scores could be pretty huge for them right now.
8 out of 12 on 4th down conversions for Toledo. Seven to snap. Pressure. Nice block by Thomas. Underneath and incomplete. And Northern Illinois holds on downs. Tried to get it to Page that time, and a rare misconnection between Danton and Page.
Yeah, they had him open. Danton had to step up and throw a little jump pass and couldn't connect.
Suddenly the defenses step up for both sides at a time when it didn't look like it was going to happen. Now it'll be Northern Illinois ball when we return.
The Breeder.
Saturday night on ABC at 8 o'clock, the 14th ranked Kansas State Wildcats go to Stillwater to take on the 3rd ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys. Some regions may see Notre Dame versus Wake Forest. Saturday night football presented by Southwest Airlines at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Both games are available nationally on ABC or ESPN2 because college football lives here.
We have been reduced to the sum category.
No. And by the way, Wake Forest is not in that either. All right, that's not going to be easy. I'm sure that both those games are going to be great. Last few Saturday nights have been somewhat memorable. Nice little jet sweep this time with Daniels. He'll get a first down at about the 48-yard line before he's brought down by Dan Moles, but it is a first down for the Huskies.
Great call right there. Matt Canada, a little fly sweep.
Empty backfield now for the redshirt senior quarterback, Chandler Harnish. And boy, that's got to have to be a penalty flag. Interference on Desmond Merrow as Daniels was in coverage, and Merrow got a great break, but maybe too good of one.
Yeah, you know, there was no way to get to the ball except through the man, and he chose through the man. So
defense number 3.
He probably could have just reached around him right there.
Automatic first down.
Could have easily reached around him and knocked the ball down, but wanted to make sure he had the guy.
So the ball spotted at the Toledo 49-yard line. That's a short penalty in yardage, but it's a brand new set of downs for the Huskies. So Tim Beckman there in his 3rd season at Toledo, and he is signed through 2015. Harnish, big hole opening up there. Oh, nice move by the QB. And Harnish will take it out of bounds at around the 26-yard line. So every once in a while, now we have a flag over by the sideline. Going to be a personal foul. We'll see against whom. Holding? Wow. There's your personal foul. So the holding penalty we didn't see. The personal foul. So there's going to make sure they've got it right. Sean Smith is the referee for this Mid-American Conference crew.
There's 2 fouls on the play. During the run, holding, offense, number 13. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. At the end of the play, personal foul, defense, unnecessary roughness, number 3, laid it out of bounds. That penalty is a 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So here's the hold, right out there in space. Oh, yeah.
That's a good call.
And then push to OB. Yep, there you go.
Well, I made this comment earlier about Harnish, and that is he's a very patient runner for a quarterback. I mean, you saw him come down the field there, put his foot in the ground, make a move. It's very impressive.
The late substitutions now for Northern Illinois, but the play clock hasn't been rolled yet, and so they've got time to get the right personnel on the field. They had almost a jumbo package out there, but they took that out. Hopkins is the tailback, number 25. And he gets it, darting through the hole. And his jersey grabbed at the 20-yard line. That kept that from being anything more than a couple of yards. Jonathan Lamb slowed it down. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. And a little bit shaken up, yeah. Being guided over by Nathan Palmer.
Mara has gotten 2 penalties back-to-back. You can see he is just a little off-centered right now, I'll say.
Would you take him out of the game?
No, I think the aggression is great. I mean, he's a leader in this team, and you know, he's a guy who has to be able to play under control. But I think he wants every play to come at him right now.
You know, you sense that when, of course, you played on the offensive side of the ball. So do you challenge a guy like that? You try to take advantage of that emotion?
They get emotion? Absolutely. Coach, sit me on his side.
Okay.
Let me go up against him. Because he, you know, all that aggression is great. But if you can't channel it in the right direction, it could come back to harm you.
Well, not many athletes can challenge or channel that anger into something positive. Some have done it, though. And they won't run at him. It'll be Harnish instead. About a half a yard. Mole's in there on the stop, 32. So here comes a big 3rd down and 7. See what our impact players have done. Harnish, excellent runner, had 149 yards on the ground in this game a year ago. Now both teams substituting freely and quickly. Only 1 out of 7 3rd down conversions for NIU. Very surprising in a high-scoring game.
They haven't gotten a 3rd down too many times.
Good point.
That's been...
And with 2 touchdowns on kickoff returns, they haven't always needed it. From the empty set, Toledo brings the blitz. Throw to the end zone, wide open, and it's caught again by Nathan Palmer for the touchdown. 2nd time, Harnish to Palmer is hooked up for a big play, and the Huskies back in front.
The 2nd time, Madison has had something to do with that. That time it was straight man-to-man coverage. He just could not stay with the receiver. And Madison is a safety, and we have to, you know, say that, you know, a safety trying to play a receiver is really not fair. But when you go all-out blitz, that's what's going to happen.
Well, Palmer has 3 touchdowns tonight. Harnish with 4 touchdown passes. So here we are at 80 points, folks.
Your score, the Northern Illinois Huskies 42. Your Toledo Rockets 38.
Came with the blitz, and you can see that Madison is not even close to Palmer.
Robert Bell came at him and got it in the lick, but it didn't matter.
They did what they were supposed to do. It made him get rid of the ball, but he was able to just lob the ball in the back corner. And that's a tough coverage down for Madison. Very tough. Not too many safeties anyway are going to be able to cover a receiver.
What's really cool about this game, Tim, is
straight man-to-man coverage. He just could not stay with the receiver. And Madison is a safety, and we have to, say that, a safety trying to play a receiver is really not fair. But when you go all out blitz, that's what's going to happen.
Well, Palmer has 3 touchdowns tonight. Harnish with 4 touchdown passes. So here we are at 80 points, folks.
Your score, the Northern Illinois Huskies 42. Your Toledo Rockets 38.
Came with the blitz, and you can see that Madison is not even close to Palmer.
Robert Bell came at him and got it in the lick, but it didn't matter.
They did what they were supposed to do. It made him get rid of the ball, but he was able to just loft the ball in the back corner. And that's a tough coverage down for Madison. Very tough. Not too many safeties anyway are going to be able to cover a receiver.
What's really cool about this game, Tim, is that the star players, the outstanding players on each side, Chandler Harnish for Northern Illinois, Eric Page for Toledo, have 8 touchdowns tonight. All right, Harnish has thrown 4. Page has scored 4 from passes. And, it's when your money players are coming through, that just makes for an entertaining football game. The one thing we haven't seen Page be able to do yet is return a kick, as Northern Illinois is absolutely determined not to give him an opportunity on kickoff return, even to the point of sacrificing good field position. And both these teams are doing it, and it's hurting them in a way.
They're starting at short fields. I mean, anytime you can go 2 first downs or 3 first downs and you're in field goal range or close to it, that's tough from your defense.
So instead of the ground ball, we get the chip in the 26-yard line. Now be careful here. This is Reedy, and Reedy can fly. And he is shoved out of bounds, but again, the short kick counts because he is in Northern Illinois territory. Ryan, this game is crazy.
David, is fun to watch. Timeout for SportsCenter right now. NBA Players Union Executive Director Billy Hunter, in a letter to his members Tuesday, said 50-50 split of the revenue, not going to happen, urged his players to stand strong. Person familiar with the decision says the Big East will invite Boise State, Navy, and Air Force for football only. SMU, Houston, Central Florida for all sports. SportsCenter, 11:30 ESPN.
Thank you, Ryan. Hey, Billy, how's that working out for you? That stand strong stuff. Is there any? Oh, the NBA was supposed to start tonight. Yeah. All right. On we go with David Fluellen. And a nice little spin there. He'll pick up a couple of very hard-earned yards. And Durante in there, number 21. Also, Sean Progar. I haven't called his name very much. He's an all-MAC performer last year, number 95 for Northern Illinois. In his last 3 games, 3 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss. And no time to waste here. Now, Toledo will slow it down again. I could easily see about 900 total yards tonight, maybe 1,000. And Danton gets by the first. And Danton's going to go right for the out-of-bounds marker. It looks like he got it, or the first down marker, rather. And no, he didn't make it. Looks like the official's going to hold him, a yard short. So here comes 3rd and 1, and certainly if they don't make it, they'll go for it on 4th down, I would think. Not even a full yard.
8-yard gain brings up 3rd and 1. From the Huskies,
a bigger package coming in for Toledo in terms of blocking and size. And we're already over 700 total yards. More on the way, over 750. Short yardage play leads to a first down. Would you consider now, Tim, for Toledo, because everybody has these kind of trick plays, got a little momentum, we're moving the ball, would you consider something a little deeper in the playbook right now?
No, I think everything that we're trying is working, so let's just stay with it. I mean, who I'm really worried about is my special teams right there, my kickoff team. That's the only concern I have.
Well, they have a Sybil-like identity because whatever they're trying short, they're trying long, they're kicking on the ground, they're pooching it, and it seems like no matter what, these teams are getting great field position. Then, talk about patience. We talk about Harnish being patient. How about this?
These quarterbacks, I tell you what, very nice run there by Dan.
That's going to be about an 8, maybe a 9-yard gain. 2nd and short is next.
Heads outside, sees the hole back inside, cuts back in. Oh, skip, hop himself. Great run right there by Danny.
Final minute and 22 of this third quarter. Every quarter has been extremely entertaining. Dan, he'll keep it again. And he's basically running the same plays that Chandler Harnish runs for Northern Illinois. It's a first down. Alan Baxter on the stop.
Yeah, these guys, the offenses are very, very similar. And these quarterbacks tonight are playing like mirror images of each other.
There's Harnish. Great story. Tremendous young man and held in unbelievably high regard in Northern Illinois. David Fluellen now the tailback. Number 22 next to the QB, Austin Danton. Danton again. Boy, got a nice block on the seal. Danton going to the corner. Flag is down behind the play. He has a first down, but the question is, will it hold up? And if you ask the Huskies, they'll tell you nope.
During the run, hold offense, number 11, 10-yard penalty from the spot to 5. We play first down.
So with 37 seconds remaining in the quarter, Bernard Reedy caught with that hold. So wipe out the first down gain. It'll be first down and 12.
It's a technique to that holding thing. You know, you can only hold for so long, and you have to let the guy go. Just don't pull his jersey.
Well, if he doesn't pull his jersey, it's not holding.
And that's what happens. When the guy goes to tug away from you, you have to let him go.
Well, there's a little power run that time. We've seen so many ankle breakers tonight. We haven't seen too many times where the ball carrier just lowers his head. Jamaal Bass in there on the stop from Miramar, Florida, near the Broward-Dade County line. Second down and about 5 coming up. And that will probably do it for the third quarter. Well, both sides have the 4 fingers in the air, claiming the fourth quarter belongs to them. The good news is, man, you can't wait to find out how it's going to turn out. We have 80 points so far. Will we get to 100? Don't put it past these teams. We've seen it all tonight. Kick returns, touchdowns. One more quarter to go.
ESPN Monday Night Football, Bears-Eagles at 8:30.
The newest member of the Prius family has the space of a small SUV and the fuel efficiency of a Prius. The all-new Prius V from Toyota. More Prius, more possibilities.
If New Line Cinema took all the sex,
Are we gonna do this or what?
illegal substances,
My daughter's in there!
violence, and foul language
My snuzzle!
out of the new Harold and Kumar movie, it would look like this.
Harold? Kumar?
Don't worry, we didn't.
I shot Santa Claus in the face.
What the? A very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas.
Get the most out of their cars. It's Bridgestone or nothing.
It's what they do. Acceptance.
You can't change the way banking works. Just accept it, man.
Free doesn't close at 5. Try nature.
It's a bank. What do you want, a hug? Just accept it.
Hidden fees, fine print, or they'll stick it to you some other way.
Stay with the herd, son. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it.
If we miss this movie, you're dead.
If you're stuck accepting banking nonsense, you need an ally. Ally Bank. No nonsense, just people sense.
From Joel Schumacher.
Open the safe.
No. Nicolas Cage. Nicole Kidman. No! Trespass. Now available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Saturday Thursday night football. Undefeated Oklahoma State continues their title quest as they host Kansas State. And Notre Dame battles Wake Forest Saturday at 8 on ABC or ESPN2. Plus, at 7:15 on ESPN, there's no room for error in a top 10 SEC showdown between South Carolina and Arkansas. College football lives here.
What a night for primetime college football presented by Russell Athletic here on ESPN2 and ESPN 3D. And there's your quarterback comparison tonight, Tim. Identical. All of Austin Danton's touchdown passes have been to Eric Page. Chandler Harnish has found Palmer 3 times.
These guys have played a great football game so far tonight.
And by the way, they're running it well, too. Harnish 76 yards and Danton 62 with a touchdown. 2nd and 6. And Eric Page, number 12, close to you right now. Danton again. And this time it doesn't work. I wonder, Tim, if they saw something. It'd be a 3rd and about 7 coming up. A vulnerability that's allowing Danton to do well. That play he was stuffed.
Well, they are spreading them out so much that there are only 5 guys in the box most of the time. And anytime you see that, 5 on 5, you have to win. And that's what's happening. The offensive line, they're handling the 5 people up front. And it's giving Danton room to run.
So 3rd and 8. You've got to think that Eric Page is the number 1 target here. Number 12. He goes in motion. And takes off. They look for him. The pass is deflected. That is the 3rd deflected pass of the night by Northern Illinois. And that time, you see Newcomb was able to get his hand on it. The redshirt senior from Wheatfield, Indiana. And that's a rarity in the red zone.
Yeah, excuse me there, Dave. That's not a good job by the offensive line. You know that's a quick pass. You have to go and attack that defensive end and make sure he gets his hands down.
Now, Ryan Casano is the regular place kicker for shorter distances. This will be his first field goal attempt tonight. He is 7 out of 7 from under 40 yards. This one from 33. And it's the first time in the red zone that either team has not been able to score a touchdown. So a solid job by Casano. We're ever closer. What a night, and we have so much more time to go.
Got it, bro! What's this guy doing? Dude. Whoa, man, no way. Are you kidding? Did you guys see that? Maniac.
The mid-size Nissan Frontier with full-size horsepower and torque. Innovation for doers. Innovation for all.
New spaces to work, relax, and unfold at a value that's simply refreshing. Courtyard. It's a new stay.
The first generation of 3D TV. It had to get better. Introducing Vizio's Theater 3D. Leave behind the expensive battery-powered glasses, the screen flicker, the darkened picture. Just put on the same glasses you use in the theater and enjoy. The next generation of 3D TV from Vizio. Entertainment freedom for all.
Hey, everyone's eating tacos outside Bill's office. Do you think that's some information I would like to know? I like tacos. You invited Eric? I thought Eric gave you the creeps. Oh. Yeah. Hey.
Don't be left behind. Get it faster with 4G. AT&T.
Agents, I don't know if you've heard, but our training organization was recently named the best in the world. Yeah, nice little pat on the back. That's good. That's good. That's fun. It is, after all, a celebration for all of us.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Now coming up, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series in Texas Sunday on ESPN. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern. 3 races remaining in the chase. Tony Stewart picked up his 3rd win in the chase already, but he's still not in first place. But he's up to 2nd, and Jimmy Johnson is in 6th. That's right, he doesn't even make this page. And Smoke is only 8 back of Carl Edwards. You see Kevin Harvick in there. It's going to be an incredible race, and you'll be able to see a huge one on the Texas Speedway, 2 o'clock Eastern Sunday on ESPN. And one of the little side dramas tonight has been the kickoff strategies of these coaches. After Tommy Lee Lewis housed 2 in a row for Northern Illinois, there he is. Toledo has been doing everything they can to not kick it to him. He's only had 1 other return. He missed a couple when he was out of the game. Let's see, as these defenses have been giving up field position, Tim, and they're going to do it again. McAvoy, this time he doesn't fair catch it, and it'll be down to the 37-yard line. So somebody'd say, well, these defenses aren't playing very well, but the offenses are getting a short field.
Well, anytime you're giving someone the ball at the 40-yard line, it's just tough. It's tough on the defense. You put too much pressure on these guys to hold them to under, 2 first downs. That's just tough. I saw Clint Scale, the special teams coach, talking to his kickoff team, and he was just like, okay, let's go. Come on, man. Somebody has to get this team going. We're giving up field position because we can't cover a kickoff.
And it's on both sides. Now, Northern Illinois, from the moment this game started, has announced to everybody we're not kicking to Eric Page. And they have not done that, but they have had similar kicks with similar results. Jasmine Hopkins, 25, is the tailback. There's McAvoy in motion. Harnish got a man in the middle of the field, and there's a big bump at the 48-yard line, and there goes the flag. Perez Ashford was the intended receiver, and that was a clear shot in the back, and I'm not even sure he had to hit him, Tim.
No. If he would have looked at the ball, he probably could have picked it off. I mean, he was so early on the hit.
So Jermaine Robinson, the strong safety, will be hit with this one.
Pass interference, defense, number 29. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Yeah, I mean, that ball was so far overthrown that if he would have just got his head up, the ball possibly could have been right in his hands. He never saw the ball.
8 flags against Toledo for 84 yards. And that will go all the way into Rockets territory at the 48-yard line for the Huskies. And you see how the penalties are broken down by half. 59 penalty yards and a half is a lot, and we still have a long way to go in this 4th quarter.
First is the Huskies. Ball spotted in the Rockets, 48-yard line.
Handoff. And Jasmine Hopkins getting it to just shy of the 40-yard line. Picks up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Locked up almost in a figure 4 leg lock there, but they break him.
Yeah, this little counter play has been tough on Toledo all night. They're bringing the fullback across, and he's taking the end man on the line, and that's allowing the right tackle to just come down inside for the linebacker and really opening up the play for Hopkins.
Ashford, and they give it to him on the jet sweep, and he will get the first down. Double teamed on the tackle. Merrill brings him down, number 3. Also Moles in there again, 32, but it's a first down at the Toledo 34-yard line.
For that Ashford, this is what they call it, the jet sweep. Because when he comes around that corner, he is flying.
Well, we're past 800 total yards. We're thinking we can get 100 points and 1,000 total yards tonight.
No problem.
Looking, and the receiver was out of bounds. And good coverage that time by Madison. Hopkins was the intended receiver, and at one point you see the official with a hat off. That means a player went out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
And if you're pushed out of bounds, you can come back in and make a play, but you have to reestablish both feet back in bounds and back in play, and that would not have counted, I do not believe.
No chance, not that time. He never really got back in.
Right, 1 foot in bounds, that was it, when the ball hit him.
will we see Harnish run here, the quarterback? And you will see him roll out and hit an open receiver at the 30-yard line for a first down. That's Akeem Daniels, the sophomore from Kissimmee, Florida. It's basically Disney country, if you're not familiar where that is, and that's going to be another first down.
Well, the Huskies playbook is wide open right now. They're coming with everything they have, trying to put this Toledo team away.
Good luck with that.
Yes. I think we got about 4 more possessions apiece at this pace.
That means 8 more scores. There's Harnish. That's a nice move, and he'll get to the 15-yard line. He'll pick up 6, second down and 4.
Now, you know, if a running back does you like this, it's okay, but you cannot get juked out by the quarterback.
And Robert Bell there, his phone's going to have a few text messages from his friends on that.
Oh, yeah. Don't check your phone, big guy.
It didn't help that we told everybody who it was, but they could see it on the replay. Shovel pass, wide open. This will be an easy touchdown. Willie Clark. Harnish, 5 touchdown passes.
Well, I just made mention that the playbook is wide open for the Huskies, and they haven't shown the shuffle pass all night tonight. Perfect time to call it.
Well, I think with Harnish's running ability, it's a great play to have in your playbook.
It's tough.
He rolls out. You got to think, oh, man, he might try to take us deep again. And instead, he gets an easy 15-yard touchdown pass. 6 plays, 63 yards. The short field again. Of course, you know what this means, Tim. Now Toledo will have to go for 2 if they want.
Yep. Yes.
We may end up with this kind of a game. Folks, we're at 90 points, and this is how we got here. Willie Clark's first touchdown reception of the season.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
It's positive.
Positive.
We're gonna have a baby.
Now, when I was a little boy, at the age of 5, I had something in my pocket.
The 4-door sports car.
We're gonna have a baby.
Nissan Maxima. Innovation for daddy.
We're gonna have a baby.
Innovation for all.
At Cheez-It, we expect a lot from our cheese.
What are you doing?
Studying.
Studying?
Quantum physics. That's not mine. I don't know where that came from. Oh, is that a check? That's not a good check, is it?
What do you think?
It's a bad check.
We take the time for our cheese to mature before we bake it into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Taco Bell's Double XL Chalupa. Double the premium seasoned beef, warm nacho cheese sauce, and toppings upon toppings in a monster chalupa shell. It's so big, you're gonna need a closer.
This just in. Me. You're done. Fact.
Rated M for mature.
They're coming.
ESPN's College Football Primetime is presented by Russell Athletic, who remind you that together we are, and in part by Nissan, proud partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Next year for Halloween, dress up as this, a 25-foot 3D masked camera, which we're providing our 3D folks with the great pictures. That's our goalpost cam, too. And those provide, I love those goalpost cams in 3D when that ball comes right at you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Hello to our 3D audience, and hello to the audience on ESPN2 as well. I hope you have been with us. That's our handheld, which is Not as heavy as it thinks. Of course, I say that because I have never carried one. How many pounds? 33? Or is that 3D? Is that some sort of sign? I'm so
You got to be hip, man.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, too. You got a better chance of getting 100 points tonight than me being hit. That camera's a mere 18 pounds. Eric Page could carry it while running the kickoff. Does he have a chance to go? They'll get him maybe at the 20-yard line. Eric Page takes it down to the 15. They moved everybody up. They kicked it over their heads. It would have been a disaster for Toledo. Instead, it's a disaster for Northern Illinois.
And I'm going to say the same thing that Eddie Falk that I said about Clintscale and Toledo. You have got to get in these guys' face and say, we cannot play defense because we're starting on our side of the ball. But great job here by Page, picking up the ball, getting the ball up in the middle of the field, and using that talent. Get the ball down to the 15-yard line.
Well, in the red zone tonight, Toledo's been very good. Last time was the first time they've gotten in the red zone where they had to settle for a field goal. 4 out of 5, you see there, for touchdowns.
I think field goals are done for the night.
I think they're going to have to be. It's not going to work.
Overtime.
Danton. And that's a tremendous catch, but it's out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up. But Danton getting some of the ground tires out of his eyes, I think, from the hit he took that time.
Yeah, they're getting to him, at least when he's releasing the ball, putting him on the ground a little bit. Anytime you can do that to a quarterback, he does not like it.
But he has run the ball well for 60 yards. He's accounted for 293 total yards tonight, and Harnish 285. This time he'll hand off, and a very short game that time. Alan Baxter in there on the stop. And a little bit slow getting up is big Ron Newcomb. Hopefully he's okay. It's 3rd down and 9 after that short game. Now they put on the tracksuits, and I don't blame them. Somewhere between that 49 and 41 you see is our temperature. Started at about 58, 60 degrees. It was a gorgeous day here in Toledo.
If they don't complete this 3rd and 9, they may have to kick that field goal. Don't want to come away with nothing.
This play, 2nd time that play's been a touchdown tonight. That's 5 for Page.
And that ball got tipped, Dave, and he was still able to stay with it and bring it in.
Would you like to know the last player to get 5 touchdowns in a MAC game? You've heard of him. 1997. Randy Moss. 5 receiving touchdowns in the game back when Moss was at Marshall. Remember I said he could catch Lance Moore tonight for the all-time Toledo lead? He's now 1 behind him. He came into the game 6 behind him. And going for 2.
If they're going to win this game tonight, I have a feeling that he will get at least 1 more.
Danton thinking about running it. Oh, look out, buddy. All right, the 2-point conversion fails. Alan Baxter made sure of that. That's as sure a tackle as you will ever see.
The 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Baxter was covering Adonis.
Alan Baxter with the sack on Austin Danton.
Wonder where he was looking here.
Your score, the Northern Illinois Huskies.
Well, he never saw him until it was too late.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is if he had seen him, Adonis Thomas was wide open. But here's the touchdown, and let's see if this pass does get tipped. Oh, clearly.
Yeah. That's a great job by Page.
Yeah, Delagal gets a hand on it, but forget it.
You know, I'm going to question the defense a little bit right there. This is the 2nd time he's been able to run right down the middle of the field. A little simple post route. And get wide open for a touchdown.
All right, so the special teams travails will be next. How will Toledo handle this? By the way, we're at 96 points. And in our effort to get a double-double of 100 points and 1,000 total yards, we're getting close to 900.
Team to return for the Huskies, number 8, Tommy Lewis, at number 20.
Would you realize we've reached all these points, all these yards, and no turnovers tonight?
Oh,
how about that?
Oh, that's the jinx right there.
I know.
That is the jinx.
All right, let's see what Toledo does with the kickoff. Will they dare challenge Tommy Lee Lewis, who's returned two a couple of hours ago, the beginning of the game?
Nope.
Again, the really short kick. Well, McElroy's going to have to hustle, and what a great catch. Did he hang on? No, he didn't. Toledo will get the ball back. You know, Tim, that short kickoff idea is brilliant, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's Keyshawn Wilcher who made the pickup. What the deuce indeed. Now let's see where they're going to mark the football. And let's take a look at it. Wilcher's number 25. He does not have clear possession, and this is ruled a muff, not technically a fumble.
And that's a tough play for McElroy. I know he's trying to get to the ball. But that is very, very difficult for someone who is not used to being in that kind of a position.
So the ball is marked at the Northern Illinois 32.
You just said that about turnovers. See, I told you it was a jinx.
Well, that's me, man. That's me. Thomas, big hole! And even with the player on his back, he carried for 10 yards inside the 5 to the 4, first and goal.
Did you see that explosion? Up the middle of the field.
He drags James Ward, number 15, for 10 yards. Ward's going to grab him right now. It's that easy. A two-play drive off the muff. Kickoff return, and Toledo retakes the lead. We're over 100. And Toledo will bring out the kicker to go for one here. No, they're not. That's
why do that?
Well, the kicker and the quarterback wear the same number.
Right.
Casano wears 4 also. Thomas, 143 yards tonight.
He has been extremely impressive himself. Catch him in the flat.
They go to him. Page in traffic, could not hang on. So two-point conversions fail. But Toledo in the lead. Now the interesting thing is to see how Northern Illinois reacts to that mistake.
Call that the Dave Lamont turnover right there. Jinxing the Huskies.
We've had 5 lead changes tonight.
It's just a great job by the Rockets offensive line. Look at that hole.
That's Zach Karen.
Could have ran through that
Yeah,
one.
you know what? Even I will get that before somebody hits me. That was the center 67, Zach Karen, with that block where he just swallowed up the Northern Illinois defender. So he'll get a little bit of rest, but with the way this offense is going, Zach, I wouldn't sit down. There you go, folks. Toledo has 494 of that collection of yardage, the 429 return yards. Yeah, the offensive coach is like, hey, we're doing a good job tonight, aren't we? Yeah. Now, Toledo reacted with Eric Page by bringing him up. And it worked, as he ended up getting off a spectacular return that set up a touchdown. Now you notice that Lewis is hanging around the 15-yard line. And McAvoy at the 25 is going, please, not again. Perez Ashford is also back. Let's see how they handle it. And they'll chip it. McAvoy calling for the fair catch. He'll make it. Barely. I give him credit, man. He has got courage. to, after what happened, to go ahead and say, I'll take it, don't worry about it, and he hangs on. So Northern Illinois gets the ball back. We still have 10.5 to go. And the ball will be at the Huskies 28-yard line. So Chandler Harnish, it's your serve.
And that was a better pooch kick right there. It wasn't at the 35, 40-yard line. So the defense has no excuse right here. They still have to get 4 or 5 first downs to be in field goal position.
And on the ground, and Toledo making it a short run for Hopkins. Loss of a yard. Malcolm Riley stepping up there. So 2nd down and about 11 to go.
Well, that was a good job right there by the Rockets defense. Shooting the linebacker in the gap. Didn't give Hopkins anywhere to go and had to make a move a lot earlier than he wanted to.
Getting noisy here in the Glass Bowl. And a timeout. Remember this, 9:45 to go, and the Huskies have to take a timeout. They have 2 remaining. What a zany night. We still have 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go. We highly recommend canceling the rest of your plans for the evening.
Sunday NFL Countdown, now at 10 a.m. on ESPN.
Babe, look.
Passengers, emergency crews are prepared. They're in place. All we can do now is watch. Wait a minute. There's a truck. Tough to tell from here, but whoever is driving that truck is right below the plane now. This is just unbelievable. The broken landing gear landed into the...
The mid-size Nissan Frontier with full-size payload and towing. Innovation for doers. Innovation for all.
The lights, oh, hit the lights, oh, hit the lights. Bet the lights, oh, hit the lights, the lights, the lights, the lights. Baby, hold it.
So what's going on here, John?
Ain't no thing. Player.
So hit the lights. Hit the lights. Hit the lights.
What do you get when you become a Citi Thank You Premier Card member? 50,000 thank you points when you spend $2,500. That's right, 50,000 thank you reward points. But what can you get with those 50,000 points?
I got this amazing flat screen TV.
For only 41,000 points, I got a kayak for weekends at the lake.
We used our points to get $500 in gift cards for our nephews.
In addition to 50,000 thank you points, you also get a companion airline ticket on us right away. And another airline ticket every year after that. Call 800-601-8823 now. Become a card member and earn 50,000 thank you points and airline tickets. And you'll also get our 0% introductory APR offer. Plus, no annual fee for the first year. There are no point caps, no expiration on points, and no blackout dates. Call 800-601-8823 today for your Citi Thank You Premier Card. Or visit citi.com/rewards.
Trick or treat!
That was a beautiful night last night in Toledo for trick-or-treating. Hope everybody got their fill. Because we have the treat tonight, this game. You know, the best part about this game, Tim, is going to be the defensive coordinator. That's where they wind up tonight in the little graveyard. The winning defensive coordinator is going to take off the headset and say, hey, coach, we held him.
we stopped him. or the clock stopped him.
2nd and 11 here. Hold everything, flags.
Roberts, man, got a little excited right there.
And if that's the case, it'll be 2nd down and about 6.
Offside, defense, contacting the neutral zone, number 94, 5-yard penalty.